Yo, what up, bitch ass motherfucking slut bags? No, just kidding. Welcome to the Wrath of Aquarius podcast. We are here to spread our wrath, which is our truth and light. It is hosted by I, Matthew Sicilia,
John Burnup,
William Raynis.
We do episodes Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And our topic today is pretty much whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
We talked like pretty heavily into some detailed topics.
Yeah.
Like you need to kind of like float it a little bit.
Yeah. So, pretty much our topics today is aliens mostly, and John also wants to talk about briefly on video games. Anything else that
anything you
we should
want to
mainly
talk about, William?
No, we're just gonna riff. Okay, we'll riff.
We'll wing it.
Yeah. So
Speaking of wings, got some good ass wings. They got 30 wings. Ate an entire
What
night.
flavor?
Jeez.
Just regular hot from
Just
pizzeria.
regular hot.
Yeah. Then I dropped them in the parking lot.
No, that's
right
so
as I'm
upsetting.
walking out, like, all right. So I hit the tire, and then I'm like, all right, I got my wings. I'm like, this is what I wanted. Like, I've been having like a terrible week, and then all of a sudden, all flopped over, and I was like, fuck it, like I'm still eating it. Like I was like throwing it in there. Like it was only like the sixth one because I got a 2 dozen and a half. So like it was only the six. So I was like throwing them in, and I was just like, all right. Went home, ate that shit.
Wings from pizza places, low-key fucking fire.
But like the first time I ordered, they were so fucking thick. They were thick boys. And now they're all like little things. So I was like, oh, like
no, that's bullshit.
That's actually really fucking upsetting. I would probably be like on the floor like crying or some shit like that because I love wings.
Yeah, wings are
like
weird.
good wings from like what you said from pizza places.
Yeah.
it's like
Fire as fuck.
Like I just need to get that out.
You need to release that
On to
energy.
aliens.
So on to aliens, are
What
they
if
actually
aliens have
cooking
wings?
chicken wings?
Yeah.
Is
Are
that
they
the
cooking
global
chicken
peace
wings?
option?
Are they killing us and using us for chicken wings? Find out next time on Wrath of
Yo.
Aquarius podcast.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, conspiracy alert.
There's no animal farms. There's only human farms.
Yeah. Yo, actually, I had a theory that there's a whole vegan movement, so aliens could be eating us better. Like, you know, like
Oh, shit.
so, like, because like they say
Yeah,
like when
make
you
us
eat
healthy
meat and
for
stuff
them.
like that. Yeah, like it's like you know how like we don't eat carnivores and stuff like that because
Yeah,
they say
yeah.
the meat's bad.
Right.
So then we would want to eat more vegetarian-based animals. So what if aliens are trying to get us to go on a more vegetarian diet so they can eat us and we'll taste better?
Well, I mean, like, and then I mean, in theory, if diving deep into that theory, the vegetation thing.
Glasses are coming
definitely-
off.
The glasses are off. You can see clearly now, but the vegetation, like the fact that all that we have left is vegetation. Like we really can't support the amount of animals with the environment declining. Like we're gonna have to switch already.
Yeah.
So I feel like that it could be speeding it up because like all of a sudden we have mass quantities of stuff, then we have all this unused fucking land for vegetation that can grow shit like that, and what would be a vegan based style soon? Like
Yeah.
no more gatherers. We're all fucking. Wait.
No more
shit,
hunters.
no.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's funny.
So like yeah, they could be, because we would be kind of like too weak to like defend ourselves. Like we would have to like change our entire lifestyle. Like
We're already weak.
we are a weak
We
species.
can only like fight other humans. Animals
We're
can
terrible
fuck our
at
shit
it.
up.
Yeah.
Most people don't even know how to fight. I don't know how to fight. I've never gotten classes or anything.
I have been trained.
Yeah, you've been trained. I don't
in
know
the
if you've
martial
done it.
arts.
The only thing is like I don't fight with my hands. I don't like throwing punches, but like
Oh, so you
I
like
might go in a mosh pit, but like I fight like throw people. I don't know. I'm like I don't know. I just
It's like MMA type stuff.
That's true. I've
No,
gotten
it's
some
like-
mosh experience. We've had some mosh experience, so I think.
But
we
that's
could
like
be
a
good
group.
enough.
Then you guys are
Yeah.
good if we ever like go back to knighthood. Like you just like. Like
Oh,
fighting
dude! Right when
everybody.
shit goes down, when people start attacking each other, I'm like, there's gonna be something that switches in me and be like, okay, now I'm ready, and then they're just gonna go straight into survival mode, and it's gonna get crazy as
The
fuck.
apocalypse, an alien apocalypse. I mean, if the government says it's UFOs, people are gonna start like, which they already have. They released the full like 3,
Yeah,
like they
I'm
didn't
hoping
know.
more comes out soon.
Dude, that was so fucking crazy. They dropped it in the beginning of coronavirus, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, okay, whatever." And then like now they're just like, "Yo, there is legitimate like alien spacecrafts that we have found," and also there's congressmen that are like actually
Specifically
trying.
that weren't made on Earth. Too,
Yes,
they said.
yeah, they said specifically that weren't made on Earth. That and there's congressmen that are trying to pass a bill that every time that the government finds these types of spacecrafts or anything alien wise, that we as people have to be briefed on it.
Good.
So every time they find something out, we find something out.
You know they're gonna get fucking vetoed.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be like, nah.
That's why I feel like this election term is gonna be the biggest one out there, because like not gonna lie, but we have some pretty radical people in the running, like
Yeah.
that are the same,
all
but
it is.
like might have a running shot. Like just give them a chance, like type of stuff. Like
Yeah.
give them a chance. Like
Everyone's too corrupt.
well, yeah, I
I
mean
don't
they're not
trust
gonna get
anyone.
far, but like.
Dude,
That's why
shit's gonna be
like
insane.
even, I don't know, but like somebody posted, it's probably who I'm thinking about, but she posted something and it said like, I think like it's written in our documents, if we're unhappy with the government, we have the right to overthrow the government. And like it's kind of
Yeah.
funny how all we have like these unlimited soldiers ready to like overthrow this government and like already, and the only thing stopping them is people that are just supportive, that they just don't want to get along with. Like if we combine like the North and South against the government, we're gonna be unstoppable.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like,
literally.
Power
we will go back to a militia state like that.
Yeah.
That's where
That's what we
that's
were
who we
founded
are.
on.
Like that this fucking new democracy shit. No, we're militias.
We've talked
Yeah.
about it before, how even a lot of people, most people in the military probably would go against the government too. They're not gonna fucking...
Yeah,
they
they're
don't
not gonna
care.
support
Yeah,
the
because
government.
they don't really like do much for them.
Yeah.
And that's why like I was gonna turn it into like Futurama stuff where it's like Earthens. Like they have such pride in their fucking planet, and that's where we're gonna be going to, because everyone has pride in their state right
You
now.
even
Yeah.
said, you were like, we're gonna get too big and too
Jesus
powerful and lose our shit just like every other empire.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure. And we're the youngest.
America's on a fucking time.
We're young. We're only
We're
like
very young.
400 years old or something like that. Like
Compared to other countries that have all their history.
Yeah.
we were founded with so much history to begin with.
Yeah.
Like
No, there is definitely a lot of history behind this country, but like, yeah, it's
Time ago.
not as old as fucking some of like the Middle Eastern countries that have been since like the beginning of fucking time, or I guess even Africa, which the first human beings apparently came from. But
I just don't get the fact that like there's always gonna be like political corruption.
yeah, it'll always be there.
Yeah.
Like
It's
everyone
not,
has
you
their own
can't fucking
motives.
get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get that taste of power, you're just like, it's like
Yeah.
a shark with blood.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the eyes get wide, it's like, you know?
It's like fucking Bruce from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, for sure, friends.
Humans are friends now.
Yeah.
But like I just wonder like if the government does now confirm that there is a possible like this, like that's why storming Area 51 was so important to me. Like I was
Dude,
like,
that was
do
so
it!
funny.
Like,
I can't believe that actually happened.
but like people took it, like people didn't cross the fucking line because they knew we were gonna die. Like you're defending something that is
Yeah, no, people.
unclassified.
What are
on
they
Google
gonna
for the
do
longest
against
time.
all of us?
Yeah.
It's like they're gonna shoot you down, you fucking idiots. What do you mean, what are they gonna do? You think they're gonna be like, oh fuck, a bunch of civilians, guys, get the
Yeah.
fucking...
But let me tell you,
Get inside.
if the people were ready to die for that cause, like they should have been.
Yeah.
Not as a fucking meme, then like shit would have hit the fan already. The amount of uproar, like that. This is where you see like the whole like Oregon, like Portland protest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like now federal troops are like kind of moving out. Like it's kind of like it's there, but it's not as like strict as it was.
Yeah.
So like, if we done that, we would have been in terrible uproar. Like you just slaughtered thousands of.
Yeah,
like,
because you said that, because like when we
civilians,
go
like-
into there, they're not going to massacre hundreds and hundreds of people, because you said that we're going to uprise
now
and
they have a
stuff.
police
You'd be like,
state.
yo, that's going to look bad on them and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Oh, for sure, and then like we would be in uproar already. It's just like we're just waiting for like a tick in the bomb. This is gonna be a drastic change in the United States government.
Yeah.
Like space, we launched a space force. Like For
Dude,
what
that's
purpose?
just-
To
Yo!
militarize space, like.
Dude, I literally
Aliens
think,
exist.
Yeah, literally, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, why else would they want to build a space force? It's because
Just gonna blame
there's
it on
shit out
fucking
there.
Russia or some shit.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, like Russia's going out into space and like building all like their spaceships and whatnot. It'll be like,
probably.
yeah, it's just like, but all their technology is from the fucking Cold War era, like you said.
Yeah.
Like they literally, cause like I'm reading a book, it's the guy Scott Kelly. He was like the first guy to like live in space for like a whole entire year, and he'd do all tests on him.
Sure.
The book's called Endurance, but he explains how literally America, Russia, Italy, and I think it was China. I don't know if China's involved in it, but like we all have to share because like none of us have technology to go into space. Like
Yeah.
America like got rid of all of their fucking NASA shit to go into space like
Well,
a
they
long
did
time
defund the
ago.
program like significantly, like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, but like now we have.
So now we
people
have to use
Elon
Russia.
Musk
Yeah,
now,
they have
or, like,
SpaceX.
Now it's privatized. Like
Yeah.
now you lost the chance to make it public. Now people are going to capitalize on it, and they just launched into the International Space Program, which I'm assuming Elon Musk is going to take over the Space Force. Like he's going to like.
I mean, he pretty much is. He has
I
like
got the weirdest vibes about him. I'm sorry.
really.
He's
I just-
he's a weird human being.
I don't know. And there's something about him, like an advanced day. I just feel like ever since I watched Rick and Morty and saw like it was like like it does. Wait, I've never heard of this man. All of a sudden, we hear about him all the time.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't know about him until some years ago either. Like
Apparently, he made AOL.
Yeah, I think he did, which I never fucking knew.
I didn't know about that either. He made AOL first, and then I guess that he was kind of like under the like. I guess he got all of his shit, and then he was like under the radar, and then he started like funding into like all this stuff because he got all that fucking money. And then I guess that's how he like became into the like, cause then he's like, yo, let's dig tunnels underneath LA and stuff like that. Let's go into space and whatnot. He actually helps a lot with space. I think he,
Build a car company.
yeah, and then he's
get
building
booted out.
Tesla and stuff like that. Yeah,
He's gonna have the first like space car company or some shit.
But
Like
that's
gonna
flying
be
car
insane.
company.
and they came back in the capsule. Like he is gonna be the next like big NASA. Like that he's gonna be the person to probably part of the company going to Mars. Like
yeah, literally
he's
he
gonna
wants
be
to
the
go
one
to
to
Mars.
colonize
He is.
space.
He's gonna
like
be the one to do
and
it.
if you look at Earth though, like it's a bunch of satellites. Like I feel like China's already got to be doing this by now, especially China.
I can't even
like,
imagine the shit they're doing behind the scenes. They're
Do you-
probably doing so much.
Do you guys ever watch Space Force? Like the. Like,
I want to.
Oh,
I barely
yeah.
watch TV now. So.
Well, like in like one of the episodes, like China's already got like this, like they launched this like little satellite, and like China came in with this giant like Earth thing. Like it and like if the American government knows that it's real, China definitely knows.
I think that the thing is that like the American government is trying to, like it's like a new Cold War race. It's like now all the countries, they're trying to get all that alien technology first, because once they get that alien technology, then it's a game changer, because then that country becomes on top.
Yeah.
So then now they have all that technology to fucking wipe out all the other countries and stuff. So then I think that it's really a race against, I think it's like the United States, Russia, China. Like they're all trying to get that type of technology first. So I think China's kind of like in the lead right now, and then America, and then Russia, and then because I think the USA is like on its toes and shit like that. They're like, oh my god, we gotta get the shit before China does, because China's
Yeah,
like
sure.
the leading the leading
yeah.
people
Also, you
in
can't fucking
that type of
trust them
stuff.
with anything. They
Yeah.
would absolutely be the type of people to like use something to their advantage and try to fuck other people.
Because once that happens, once they get that, there's gonna be a whole other fucking Hitler
There's
situation
gonna be like
going
a
on.
space war.
Especially because the United States economy and everything relies on China. And, like,
Yeah.
And like apparently like they might have weaponized coronavirus. We'll never know their true actual motives, or this could have just been just a simple plague situation.
I mean,
like,
they were.
I
lying
don't
on
think
us
it
too,
was
though,
a
that's
simple
the only
plague
thing.
situation. It was definitely not natural.
yeah, because apparently like the splices in the genes were so perfect that it was not like made like it was made in a lab or something.
Yeah,
like that.
we were
Like,
talking about that shit.
What was that about? Like, and that's the thing. Like, we don't know.
And the fact that it dies immediately in the light and it thrives inside, that's an indicator that it was born indoors, and then right when it goes outside, it dies. Like, if it was born outside, it would be used to the light
Yeah,
already,
the
and it wouldn't
resistance.
fucking matter. Yeah, it already have the natural resistance. So the fact that it immediately dies outside, that's fucking sus.
Do you think aliens like I know in the movies and shit like they can't go out of our pod because the oxygen level. But I feel like if they had the technology to come here, they had the technology to like be okay in our atmosphere.
They probably have
some
something,
sort of,
yeah.
like, pod or something.
Because like, you know, when Superman, when they had those helmets.
Yeah.
Like Man of Steel specifically, like when like all like the Kryptons came,
Yeah, they had
and then they
those
had that
helmets.
little like gel type
thing.
Like they already
Do
probably
you
have
think
those.
that actually? Because like, can you imagine like meeting an alien race and like them gonna enslave you? They come down, they say, "You expecting them to die on contact?" And like one of the huge weaknesses,
Yeah, they just
and they
step
just
on
like.
the fucking floor and they're like,
Yeah, they were like,
we're fucked.
Because like if they're that smart, they definitely did all the research that they can on Earth to be like, oh, okay, they have this in here, this could potentially be poisonous for us, we got to make a technology that filters that out, and blah 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 and stuff like that. And the fact that they have alien technology that will make them camouflaged like anytime they want, like when they show
Well, what if they're
themselves,
already here?
that's intentional. Yo, wait,
What if
hold
they're
on.
already
Black
here?
situation.
Another what?
Men in Black situation.
Yeah, like, dude, okay, hold on. Can I talk about this? How I think
Yeah.
that aliens are literally just living among us. So,
Networks.
yeah. Dude, literally.
just
You
want
just
that
figuring
before.
back to this whole entire fucking movie, and I'm like, yo, it's
Don't
making
say
more
fucking
sense
way.
now. Because, like, the whole entire theory that, like, you know the theory that, like, they make movies that kind of, like, ease us into a lot of the things that are to come?
That's not good because Marvel had this entire series and I'm not ready for.
Because that's what I'm thinking, too. Because I'm like, what
Tony
if...
Stark comes.
Yeah, I'm like, because I'm like, what if that the United States government already has contact with like alien stuff, but then they're just kind of like hiding it from the people, but behind the scenes they're really like working with them and stuff to like kind of protect their Earth and whatnot. And there's already superheroes and whatnot.
There's got to be some sort of like male practice of like creating like endurance for soldiers.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there could be a super soldier
yeah, it's
already.
called drugs.
Yeah, literally, they've been doing it forever. But what was I saying? Yeah, so then, like, what if they made Men in Black to be like, yo, there might be aliens among us and stuff like that, and like us people don't know, but it's like so like now when they come out with it, it'll be like, oh, we already kind of have that like grounds for it to like rationalize it in our minds, so we like don't fully just like snap at that moment and be like, oh, it's kind of like Men in Black, and it'd be like, oh yeah, instead of like when it first dropped, it'd be like, oh yeah, aliens are among us, and we're just like, what the fuck, like, you know.
What if they're not here and they're like they want to come, but we've just made so much sci-fi shit that we're prepared for anything they do. They're like, fuck. They're like watching
Yo,
the movie,
yeah.
like, shit, they already guessed it.
Yeah, they're already just like, oh, they already came up, but they already like.
There's gonna be so
Yeah.
many. Can I just say that now that memes are such like a huge culture, there's gonna be so many memes to like when the event's happening, like
Yeah.
full score and be like hashtag Independence Day. Will
Yeah.
Smith like Will Smith's gonna TikTok and be like, oh, I'm in here with Jaden, like
Yeah.
like just gonna destroy the world. Like people are just gonna like use like those because I like you said, there's so many like. Even the stupid shit, a giant ant gets mutated. Like,
Yeah.
a lizard gets mutated.
Like the Blob or some shit.
Like we're ready. We're stacked. Mars killing
what
fucking
if-
tomatoes. Like
So what if it was some like killer clowns from outer space type shit?
Yo, that'd be fucked up.
That'd actually be fucked up.
Oh shit. Yeah, because I'm thinking about like, now the government would probably know about it, but I'm like, I think that they bypassed the government and that.
Yeah, they didn't know in the movie. 'Cause
Yeah.
they were just like, it was the circus that they were like, you know, fucking hiding it or whatever.
Yeah, they were like hiding discreetly with.
Yeah, and then they
But
found
then
all like the
people-
cotton candy cocoons and shit on the inside with all the bodies.
That'd be fucked.
That would be
there's a
fucked.
part in the movie where this guy was hiding underneath the car. He gets up, and then runs, and then gets hit by cotton candy.
Or was it popcorn?
No,
Was it the
was
popcorn gun or whatever it was?
And
It could've
they.
been cotton candy.
Yeah, they like whipped them up with like cotton candy and shit
What
like
was
that.
the
There was
popcorn
something with
thing?
popcorn. I don't
Yeah.
remember what the fuck it was.
Somebody must have died then, or like.
I don't know. I don't remember.
But yeah, he just gets up and gets fucking knocked into.
It's
Like he could have stayed there and been perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
people
they're
in movies
not
so
that
fucking
like.
stupid.
Yeah, they write the movies so dumb. They're just like, yeah, now you're gonna get up and run. Okay.
That's the thing. People are gonna do that. Like people are gonna think like, hey, there's aliens. I'm not gonna hide here anymore. Let's
Yeah.
get up and like. But also like Rick and Morty is like says like, why are we running? Like, we can just hide. Like,
I mean, they even have it in the movies where everyone's just kind of like sitting there. And you have that like one jackass that's just like, run for your lives.
Yes, I'm gonna do it.
Immediately
does.
Yeah. And then like they get in the car
Fucking
and they start going, and then like and then fumbles around and like. It's like I get
it's
where
the fight or
might
flight
do
thing.
that, but I mean, you might do that, but you don't know that. Like, I might be like swinging like Tarzan on the trees. Like, you don't know what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
Like,
in that moment.
I mean,
Just acquire super strength.
We always think of
shitty, man.
like everybody always thinks of aliens as being these like, oh, they're gonna come down and fuck us up, like eat our brains type shit. What if they're literally like tiny things that can't do shit to us, and that's why their technology is so like advanced and evolved, so that can help them even more because they need it since they're so weak. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Shit! So they make like
Like
shells for themselves and shit like that.
If they have what?
So they make like shells for themselves with like technology.
Because even like with the UFOs and shit, like with all the lasers, like that's probably why they have all these crazy weaponry and shit, because they're so weak. So they just make like the most crazy shit to fucking counteract everything.
Yeah, apparently, like do you remember that whole Bob Lazar? Yeah,
Bob Lazar, yeah.
You remember the whole Bob Lazar thing when he said that like they were made for like aliens that were like 3 feet tall?
Yeah, he was
because like they were
small.
so like small and stuff like that, and UFOs are like pretty tiny. So like
and a lot
that kind of makes sense.
I think a lot of alien like encounters, people say that they're small. So
they're just like,
it's probably why they have such good.
Grays, like.
Well, I guess that's the whole thing. They're small, but they have like the big heads with the big brains, so they're a lot smarter and more.
Yeah, it's like
I guess sophisticated.
Yeah, it's like back then we started off being super strong with small minds, but then as like evolution goes on, it like reverses. It's like we don't need that strength anymore, so then we become more like intellectual, and then we just kind of get rid of that muscle mass, and then we just more rely on our brains. And they said that they power the vehicles with thought and stuff like that.
Oh shit, dude!
So
that's
like,
insane.
so then that's how they're able to like kind of like do all these crazy maneuvers and shit like that, and they have anti-gravity propellers.
Just fucking flies.
All of a sudden,
be like,
aliens put humans on the earth, make like all this shit happen. All of a sudden, the meats run out, we get weak, and all we have is really our minds and our wits.
What if it's some Pacific Rim type shit?
Like there's potential, but like at the end of the day, all we're gonna have, because weapons are gonna be useless, but like all we're gonna have is just like primitive weapons. At the end of the day, we're gonna be running around with sticks and fucking like wood shit. Like,
I feel it, but yeah, that's true. But was it who said that? Albert Einstein?
Yeah, he was like the first 2 wars were like made with guns, but then the third one is gonna be with sticks and stones.
Whatever it was.
People. I mean, that's probably because of nuclear war, but like,
I think that's what he was saying.
People, it's gonna happen. It's bound to happen. We've already created technology. We've already got people fearing the button. Like,
but they said that there was like some alien conspiracies that every time that they go to launch a nuke or something like that, they say that there's like aliens that come in to like stop it. Like every time that we like get close to that, they say they like take it out before we can even get close to like detonating shit like that. Because they said every time that there's like a launch or something like that.
Tell you fucking idiots to stop this shit.
Yeah, literally, they're just like, oh, they're getting too fucking powerful. They're gonna blow everything up. Like they're gonna like become too fucking powerful for the rest of the galaxy. So then they're just like,
during World War II.
Get rid of it.
Shit.
What?
Fucking Hiroshima was happening and they were snoozing.
Oh shit, that would be fucking crazy.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, they're just like,
we missed it.
Yeah, like the alarm went off and they're like, oh shit, we missed it. We did.
Maybe there was. I mean, technically, it's the same thing with Pearl Harbor. They fucking came in the morning. They must have been sleeping. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Like they all of a sudden like. Oh, I was sleeping. I couldn't think my shit into blowing it. Like,
so what the fuck are the Japanese doing? Why are they fucking going to attack America?
Yeah, they're like, what the hell is going on? Oh fuck! What the hell? Yo, we gotta go in.
They actually full circle. They actually Elon Musk. Egypt invited them to make sure like this was not done by aliens. Like he's so skeptical of it. Yeah, like there was this little like shit like
the
fake news like MSN.net or something, but yeah, like apparently they invited them to just be like, yeah, no, they're real, like they're individual stones, like, because it's just
okay, I see what you mean.
Shit, like
you're saying to kill the myth that like aliens made it or whatever.
Possibly, or
you're
he
saying
just doubts it.
he wants to prove that.
Yeah, these were real, like these were not made, like now, like this was like this was not, like this was possibly could have been made by alien, like because it spread out throughout history of like some sort of big monument, like the Stonehenges and stuff.
Right.
Like,
I saw this crazy theory that there was like aliens that came down and they made these specific types of structures and they're like geometric patterns to kind of like invoke like specific types of energy to kind of be brought down into the earth. They're like kind of like radio beams or something like that. Because like they said that like we have like a whole entire like grid around the earth to like protect it, and they say like the like crazy.
What if that's what
structures
what
like
the
that?
atmosphere is?
What if the atmosphere is to, I don't know, but there's this whole thing that the pyramids, they kind of line up to the Orion Belt, and so like the reason why that the Sphinx is like a lion is because like when they built it, it was in the season. It was like you know how like we're in the age of Aquarius.
Yeah. Like
they were in the age of the Leo. So they said they built that because they were in the age of Leo, and then all those pyramids lined up to like the Orion Belt and stuff like that. So like when you look at it, you know the time and place of when they built it, instead of like having to go through all this like carbon dating shit. So like when you put it into like the calculator, you go all the way back, and then you'd be like, okay, so when you point, like what stars were over these pyramids when they point up, and then it'll be like, oh, it was this time if you keep going back far enough. So they'd be like, oh, this is when it was born. Because they did the same thing when they did the same thing with the Hoover Dam. Because they said that there's like a whole astrological like pattern on it. So instead of being like, oh, it was born on this day, because they'd be like, yo, what if they can't read our language or our numbers and stuff like that? So like they'll be like
stars.
Yeah, they'll be like line it up with the stars, so then any ancient civilization can go back and be like, oh, okay, this is when it was made.
That's just like the sand drawings.
Yeah.
The giant sand drawings in the Indica. I think it's the Indica Valley.
Indus Valley.
Indus Valley.
Yeah.
I think it is. They just have a bunch of like elongated lines that like just come back, and like the wind and the dust and shit. Like you can see it from space. Stuff. It's like a crop circle.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but like, and then like it's still discovering giant like shit like that. Like, and then you could also talk about the Aztec pyramids and stuff like that. Like they were probably lined up with some sort of stars now too, and like all of a sudden all these civilizations just
crazy shit
stopped.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like where did they go? But shit's crazy. I personally think that they made them in that specific part so they know like when they were built. Yeah,
like they were like this was the last. That's why the time was like so like you need to get this done by now, but like
yeah, literally it's like okay, during my reign you're gonna make this pyramid, so when the star is aligned with that, like you know, they'll know when it's built. It's like okay, over my time, this was the constellation, my pyramid's on here, so they'll know when my reign was. Well, I guess that's why they don't really like us practicing, like, other forms of religion, because it's just, like, that's what we're, like, kind of supposed to, like, be with the earth and shit, but, like, it's also, like, aliens from above trying to be like, hey, he's just like us, you see? Like, he's aligned with, like, the stars, like, he's the next, like, he's the next god, because, like, they would die and become another god. Like in the pharaoh belief, like they're like Harris or like something like that. They come into whatever, but like now they align with Orion's Belt. That could mean something, cause they're like, okay, this is where that fucking guy comes from. Cause I think that like there are definitely multiple different alien races that are like around the galaxy that kind of like all come to this Earth. Yeah. I think that the Earth is literally just one big hub for all these aliens to kind of like they're fighting over like supreme reign of this planet. Like I think that there's like the good side of the aliens and then there's the bad side of the aliens, and then like I'll go off on the different types of aliens that I know that exist that I've read about and stuff like that. So it's pretty much like the good aliens, which are like the Orions, the Palladians, Syrians. I don't know if Lemuria is one of them or if they're part of the Orions. But we also have Andromedans, and that's like a couple of them. And then we also have like the bad ones, which are like the lizard people, like they're called Draconians. Yeah. And then like there's like the alpha Draconians, and there's like the lesser Draconians. Like the lesser ones are the meme ones where they say like, oh, the politicians are like lizard people and stuff like that. Like they're supposed to like infiltrate our governments and pretend to be our politicians so they can kind of like sneak their way in, put all these like different plans in, so like when everything is aligned, like they can like get like the bigger Draconians to come in and just kind of like execute everybody and like take over. But then
Fucking sleep stack.
what?
Fucking sleep stack.
Yeah.
Lands of the Lost.
Shit's pretty. Yeah, but then there's like the good aliens that come in that like want to like pretty much spread consciousness and be like, oh, like live in your heart space and stuff like that. They want to like eliminate war and all that shit.
Men in Black is starting to sound really familiar right now.
Because that's what I think that it's based off of. I think that it was made to ease us into this.
Well, now thinking about it, Will Smith has been in a bunch of those movies like where AI take over and like he lives in the 90s, like lives back in the day, like. And, like, he does it in such a way where it's, like...
Dude, his kids come out and say that they're literal aliens and shit like that. Because I think Willow Smith...
They say that they're aliens?
Yeah, Willow Smith literally talks about consciousness and aliens, and they're just like...
Yeah,
there's one...
Smith's fucking, like, not, like, crazy with that, but, like, he's out there. Like, he was like, yeah, I'm asexual now, like, I want to be genderless, like,
really?
very, very, very progressive, but, like...
Yeah.
Just like from where Will Smith grew up from, like where he struggled from, it was just crazy to see like now both of his kids are talking about some sort of
No.
I know what you're
like,
talking about.
Yeah, I can't even just fathom like.
No, it's crazy because there was one
devil.
interview that Willow Smith was talking about, and then she's just like, yeah, I'm pretty much like in like she was saying something along the lines of an alien. She was talking about all this stuff, and she's like, yeah, and she turns on the camera and she's like, yeah, everybody out there who's around like this type of stuff knows like what I'm talking about and shit like that. I was like, yo, that's fucking wild as fuck.
Smiths are fucking aliens.
Yeah.
Or maybe we're all aliens.
I personally think that we are all aliens.
Yeah.
And then we just don't we don't know that yet. It's like our government knows about it because like the aliens probably came down and like talked to them and be like, yo, this is what's up, and then like, but you can't tell the humans because they'll fucking explode.
Oh shit, yeah.
You know, so like you gotta like ease them into it.
I can't even imagine how humans would react, even if they just saw aliens. Somebody would just drop dead on sight because they'd be like so scared and shit.
I don't think that they could personally come down. I don't think that they would personally come down physically. They're probably just like
not.
talk to you through consciousness. And that's why, like, well, a lot of people, when they're just like, oh, I talk to God and stuff like that, it's probably just, like, some alien, like, telepathically talking to you and be like, yo, this is what's up, you know?
Yeah.
But, oh, yeah, another one of the aliens was Arcturians. So, like, pretty much, like, yeah, I'll go into, like, what each alien is and stuff like that, like, the race. So,
Atlanteans are one of them?
Atlanteans are like the first people who were pretty much on Earth, and they were like, I don't know what alien race that they were a part of. I think they were Syrians and maybe Palladians. Like Palladians are like they all look like humans pretty much. Like they're all like humanoid figures. Like Palladians like look like Norse people, like the big tall white, very pale blonde hair type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're very like literally like Vikings and shit like that. Like that's what they
strong and shit.
Yeah. And then Andromedans, they are like I don't know if they literally have like body type stuff, but they're very like in tune with like frequencies and tones and stuff like that. They're like very like peaceful, loving people, and then they use a lot of they're paired up with a lot of singers and stuff like that. Like, you know, like those alien, like, people, like, they do, like, toning, and they make, like, all those weird sounds and shit like that. Like, that's, like, supposedly, like, the Andromedan stuff. Like, Arcturians, they are, like, builders. Like, the architects. They're, like, big, tall, blue, humanoid-type people and stuff like that. They use, like, those geometric, like, patterns and all that stuff. Because they say, like, those are the ones who built the pyramids and shit like that, because like they're all geometric shapes.
Yeah.
And then like all like big major things around like the world, like like the Seven Wonders and whatnot,
Right.
like how they all like kind of have like a weird geometric
man-made,
shape. Yeah, they say like they're all built towards like some specific shape that is like supposed to invoke some type of energy or whatnot.
Yeah, I was gonna say something like Mount Rushmore, but Mount Rushmore has a lot of fucking curves and shit, like because it was blown with dynamite. Like that's man-made,
Yeah, that's man-made.
like, and that's not natural. Like it's
That actually,
straight-
that wasn't even made that long ago. It was like started in the 20s, and I want to look at it. It was like, it's not that long ago, pretty much though, that it actually was finished being built.
Now I'm actually thinking about the tall people.
Oh, the Palladians?
A lot of like,
It's
yeah,
me,
like a lot of
bitch.
like those shits, like.
I think you two would probably be more towards like Pleiadian type aliens. And then I think Syrians are more like kind of like shorter. They're like they are like very like Caucasian people, but they're also a lot of like brown people and like black people. So I forgot what their main shit was.
1941
But yeah.
when it was finished.
It's like literally right before World War II,
Yep.
like we got involved.
1927 it started, and it took almost 2 decades.
Yeah.
It's just crazy because you would think that's something that was created back when those presidents were like,
Alive.
yeah.
Fucking narcissistic fucks. Put yourself on some money. Think you're fucking important.
Yeah. But yeah, that shit's insane. Did you hear about the thing about like the Canadian I think he was like the leader of like the army's defense or some shit like that. That he came out and said that pretty much like all the governments are like collaborating with a lot of alien type things. He said like there's like 4 main ones. He's like the tall whites or something like that. He's like the grays and like a couple of other ones. He said they're very in close contact with governments on Earth and whatnot.
Makes sense. Also, like, it could be that's why they want like mass people on their phones and stuff to like know about these. Like, how can like who's worthy of like whatever we're meant for, like or if we were meant to be here. Like that's why we might feel like a calling outside in the universe, because that's them being like, all right, like they're not just pencil pushers, and that could
Yeah, it's like
be
there's more to life than
that
this.
could be the rebirth thing. Like all of a sudden we get uploaded somewhere. Like we don't know. Like we could just get transported, or it's now I'm getting crazy.
Cause like I think the whole thing is that like the aliens are coming down to like kind of teach us to like a new way of life. Cause they say like to go into like the 5th dimension. Like we're at the 3rd dimension now. And then, like, we're getting out of that. It's, like, use your heart and pretty much just, like, override your, like, ego with your heart and stuff like that. And that's supposed to bring you into the 5th dimension. Like, you're supposed to, like, meet everything with love and compassion more than, like, hate and anger. Because, like, this is how you evolve into a whole new human evolution and whatnot.
The guy thought, he claims our military worked with the aliens. Yeah, he was saying that
They work with the Greys, I'm pretty sure, which is not the good ones.
These ones he said, he claimed they were skinny, pale-looking humanoids made of flesh and blood like us. They look Scandinavian with blue eyes, twice the size of human eyes, and transparent blonde hair.
Yeah, that's the Palladians.
Yeah.
They call them the tall whites or some shit like that, or the great
They
whites.
can live up to 800 years. Fuck. Yeah, they're called the tall whites, yeah.
Right, you're busting a hundo.
Growing taller they start growing taller when they reach 400 years old. How would he know all this shit, though?
How would we know all this shit?
Yeah, how do we know about... I mean, I guess if he's that high up and he actually knows about them.
Yeah. I know, a lot of people, like,
There's some sort
channel
of truth in there, yeah.
things. They'd be like, yo, like, there's some people who channel, like higher beings and shit like that, and they, like, use their body to, like, kind of channel that message through. And they, like... I guess, like, they, like, download that information that the aliens are trying to, like, tell them. And then they're just like, yo, like, say this, like, this is who we are, like, this is what our goal is and all that shit. You know?
Yeah, we
Making no vice.
we let out like Voyager like way back then to like for possible space thing. It traveled. Now it's on the like outer Milky Way, and we just barely have enough like energy left to do it. Like we're bound to hit something on the radar, like something, like
Yeah.
like there is, and like we already discovered how to communicate. That's all we need. It's just the first initial contact.
Yeah.
That's all we really need.
I feel like that there's like some type of fucking civilization on like a moon of Jupiter or some shit like that.
Well, they just found bacteria that are living underneath ice in one of the moons of Jupiter.
Yeah.
Like living bacteria, so it confirms that things can live outside our environment, because we tend to think the Earth is always like there's always gonna be another Earth. There could be fucking some people we don't know. Like I'm doing that as like extreme example, but we don't know what another environments in life. Like we formed this planet.
Yeah. This planet.
Some people think Mars was the original Earth.
Yeah. Oh, there's a whole other fucking theory that I have on that, but
And
I have
want
to
to
pee.
go back.
I have to pee first, but I'm gonna fucking
Pee?
Before you
yeah.
piss your pants.
I'm gonna
and
piss my.
craziness.
I'm gonna go pee, and then I'm gonna explain this whole entire Mars theory.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna pause this for a second.
So I'm gonna read off a whole list from Wikipedia, by the way. So
Wait, there's no articles that- I think there's like a top 5 like thing that's like it's like the main types that we're in contact with, and it's like really easy to like read.
well, they had all like I already see some of the shit we were talking about, but I think they have a lot of like stuff from like they have like a Hopkinsville goblin, small green or silver humanoids. They probably just have like a bunch of random shit that like people
Yeah, those are,
claim
like-
they saw.
Yeah, that's like more specific.
Okay, hold on. So, I'll keep out all the fucking bullshit. But yeah, you have the Greys, which are from the Roswell incident. Gray-skinned humanoids, 3 to 4 feet tall, hairless, large heads, black almond-shaped eyes, nostrils without a nose. So this is basically like the basic alien that you see, I guess. Like that Eric has, like tattooed.
Yeah,
Gray.
they say like those aliens are kind of like the probe aliens. Like those are not like real. They're like robots to kind of like go scout out Earth
Oh, shit, okay.
and shit like that, because like they know that like the fucking like the original aliens, they can't make that journey physically, so they send out a robot to go like out and probe the area,
Right.
you know,
Literally.
scout it out.
Probe the area.
Yeah.
And
And then they
those
probe the humans and take their fucking DNA and stuff, and they take it back.
fucking anally probe us.
That's why I think a lot of people are afraid of AI because of that. Because like, we might create something we're too powerful, but they might be the ones to create.
It's gonna be Jurassic
All
Park,
this.
but with fucking robots. We're gonna create some shit, not know what we're creating, and it's gonna fucking kill us all.
Yeah.
Well,
And then you're gonna have.
Or it can be like Prometheus when they made that fucking
That's
the
awesome.
robot guy, and then he ended up turning on everybody
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, he might be a
Robot guy.
fucking robot.
Or those Greys
That'd be crazy.
have pretty much been the main, I guess, alleged alien encounters.
Hold on, I gotta stop.
So we resumed
We resume.
because we had to fight off an alien, a little alien.
Yeah.
The
That's all
alien
bark,
dog
no
that
fight.
won't stop
Okay,
fucking
Matt.
barking.
No, so the second one, see, they call it Nordic aliens here, but they're just the tall whites, like you were saying.
Yeah, which are I'm pretty sure which are also Pleiadians.
Which was also in Men in Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in the cornfield, that fucking lady scared the shit out of me.
Previously.
Yeah, dude, that was actually pretty fucking freaky.
So I think maybe the new word
Friday.
is Plaharan or something, because it says previously known as Pleiadians. But yeah, humanoids with stereotypical Nordic features, so tall blonde hair, blue eyes, several cases of contact. It says they're from ancient Earth, but presenting themselves as ETs in the past. They moved from living on the surface to live underground or in the Himalayas after a natural event.
Yeah, they're supposed to like they're named after the like system that they're from. Like they're from like the Pleiadian star system and shit like that. So like they're dubbed.
Why is it during a natural event occurs? Like they just pop out?
I think.
Like what do you mean by natural like event? Like
Wait, did you say that there was a natural event that
It
caused them
literally
to go
says it.
underneath?
Yeah, I think that's what it said. But it literally only said a natural event. So something probably
Oh.
happened. They're like, oh fuck, we gotta go underneath.
Oh, okay. So it said that like they
Oh.
were forced to go under. Okay.
Pompeii maybe.
Oh, that'd be fucked.
They're completely two different things. Though, but yes, it is because of Pompey confirms.
Pompey confirms everything.
Pompey cures everything.
Pompey killed everything.
So, I don't
What
know.
else?
Is the Sasani one of them that you've heard of?
That sounds very familiar,
It
actually.
says they're hybrids between reptilians and gray humans.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's been some talk about that on like just channels I've been watching about like them inbreeding and like actually
It
like.
says they have a stronger connection with their higher selves and are believed to be where humans will be one day, although they are millennia ahead of us.
Yeah,
millennials.
there's a lot of like I think there's like Syrian Pleiadian hybrids and stuff like that, and there's also like the one that you said, the Sasani,
Yeah.
because like I think that's like what people think that we are,
Shit, dude.
or some shit like that.
Because it says they're practically our interstellar cousins, but it says they were given their own planet and allowed to roam free and evolve into the best beings that they could be. That's like a legit utopia.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, they got the Arcturians. Of all the species, they're the most ancient and the wisest. This fucking thing. If Yoda came from one of the alien species, it would be this. Yoda's an Arcturian, dude.
But I'm pretty sure that they're like tall and blue or something like that. They're from like Arcturus.
Well, he's short and
this
green
one.
there.
Yeah, it's like
This one says 5 feet with green skin.
really.
Fucking Yoda.
Yeah. But again, this is another like. I mean, like,
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
this is the problem with like
Fuck.
looking this shit up. You never know what the fuck. Like,
especially on Wikipedia.
all this-
Wikipedia is so good on paper.
this one,
but, like,
I'm on a different wiki. It's not the actual. This one's like a fandom though with extraterrestrials. So, I don't know.
that's like that C like the C-135 like that whole fandom base that is like real where like Siren Head or like CP
Oh
like
shit.
serious-
Oh,
I'm like
CPs.
CP.
Except those are fucking video games.
Video
So
game.
then, let's see. Yeah, they have those. I don't know if there's anything else you want to say about them. You have the Nordics, which we talked about. The Pleiadians, which you mentioned. Or I guess they're the same. I don't know why they're different.
Yeah, I don't
What the
know.
fuck? The Yael? The fuck? These are apparently kind and loving, and they have been touted as the best beings to make first contact with. The Anunnaki.
Oh my god, the Anunnaki. Do you know about them?
No, I don't.
So they're apparently from, you know, the whole Planet X that was like beyond Pluto.
Yeah, okay.
So they were,
This says here.
yeah, they were supposed to be from Planet X, and then like their planet was dying because they needed gold to like protect themselves from like the sun, because like their atmosphere was dying. So they went to Earth, and then they were supposedly the ones that created humans. So they would be slaves to mine the gold on Earth, so they can bring that back to their planet, so they can be saved from the solar rays and stuff like
It
that.
makes sense because now the
Yeah.
United States isn't really made backed on gold.
Because that's why they say why we have such a thing towards gold, and like why we prioritize gold a lot, even though that there's so many other minerals and
More
better
expensive
stuff
and
like
shit,
that. Yeah, because they're just like, that's what we were like programmed for. We were supposed to be slaves to mine gold for them, but then now like the spell's broken, they're gone and shit like that. So that's why we're kind of like, the fuck do we do? You know?
Yeah, it's pretty much just said all that shit here about all the gold and stuff.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, it says they've been in text since the Mesopotamian fucking errors.
Yeah.
Eras, not errors. And they have Alpha Draconians. I don't know.
That's the one that I was talking about.
Yeah,
that
since
it's
they're
like,
22 feet tall.
yeah,
And
dude.
they're pure muscle and resemble dinosaurs or dragons.
Yeah, like imagine. Did you see Zathora?
Yeah.
Imagine that reptilian guy.
God damn.
When they came in, they were like the armor
Yeah,
things. That's
yeah.
exactly what they are.
Holy shit.
That's fucking scary.
That is scary. Imagine all that shit coming here now.
We need fucking what's his face to cut the big brother to come back.
Yeah, the astronaut guy.
The astronaut.
Yo. Yeah, so they're supposed to like be the ones that come in and conquer, cause like they're like one of the main like evil
They're the bad
aliens.
guys.
Yeah, they're the bad guys that like, cause like there's a thing called the Galactic Federation of Light, which is all the aliens that are good, that they go around and be like, yo, like, it's pretty much like Star Trek, where, like, they go around, they try to, like, bring peace to everything, and they're just like, yo, like, join our federation and stuff like that, and, like, we'll be good and whatnot. So, like, they're, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're supposed to be, like...
Like the Jedi Order versus the Empire. Like,
yeah,
it's like,
literally,
like
that's exactly what it is. The Galactic Order of Light is pretty much the Jedi.
Yeah, it's saying they have puppets placed into the governments and stuff.
Yeah, which is the lesser reptilian ones that...
Yeah, because then you have the reptilians right after that.
Yeah.
Which obviously...
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Barack Obama.
I was literally able to say Barack Obama, too. Pretty much anybody in the Democratic Party.
Barack Obama, that there's like a meme where it's like he's giving it to people like Ellen, he's giving it to people like Tom Hanks who are like, and like Bill Clinton, and the people who were just getting arrested for this whole pedophile scheme, like giving him high medals to, and like it was just like, yo, like,
hey, you're a high medal in our fucking reptilian society of trying to bring it down all of our fucking earth and humanitarian structure.
Just Democrats or?
I don't know if it's just Democrats, but I've seen a lot of people who are high in the Democratic society were...
Well, yeah, for the people. Like, we're here for the people.
Yeah, they use that type of good, quote-unquote, good message to be like, to get everybody on their side and stuff, to kind of be like, oh yeah, this is all good for you, like elect us, like we know what's up, and then all of a sudden they switch and then we're all dead.
Makes sense they make the Republican Party the opposite vote, just to argue and lead towards Democratic, because they want like control for the people.
Yeah.
Not the government, like.
They want control of the people.
They're playing devil's advocate, like. Yeah. Yo.
It's fucking crazy.
Well, yeah, free doom, like freedom is like literally free doom, like
yeah.
You're just unleashing.
Shit's fucking wild.
Yeah.
It's crazy to live in like such a world where like we live in democracy, but we like democracy's dying and we have nothing to do about it. And like you go to other countries, it's like, yeah, no, we have a dictatorship, like it sucks, and like it's like, oh, like in China, it's like, yeah, we have a terrible leader we're spied on, but like we can't really do anything. Like it's just weird to feel stuck because we can't really do anything without a drastic change.
It's fucked up. It's fucking weird. Life's wild. It's like, what do we do?
It's too wild.
We're
not gonna know.
Yeah, wait for the aliens.
Literally.
Storm Area 51.
Yeah.
So they have this thing called, which sounds like what you were talking about, the blue avians. Those are the ones that they're saying are like.
Are those the bird people?
Yeah, blue humanoid birds, apparently involved in the construction of Egypt's architecture, ancient Egypt's architecture.
Yeah.
Specifically, and then above that was the Nomos.
Never heard of them.
See, this one's weird. I'm really fucking confused about this.
Why?
This one says they're from Sirius. Like the sun Sirius or whatever, or the star Sirius.
There's like multiple different versions of like the Sirius planet and like the star system and whatnot. There's like Sirius A, Sirius B, like there's like different dimensions of like where they're from. Like there could be like Syrians from like dimension this, and then the other one's from dimension that. Like one can be like really good, one can be really bad, you know.
Sirius like 54 is like causing us problems now, like.
Yeah.
We need to deal with that. Like that's new. That's nice because that's newer. Like that's so much order. I like that. Just like, yeah, 3 sucks, but.
Yeah, it's like, oh, like, cause like. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You gotta have a song about it. I really hope they do. Like, oh, of course, Sirius 54. Get a nosebleed on the floor. I don't know. Like, that's funny. Kind of like in the Midnight Gospel, how the guy's like, "Don't touch the side of acid if you want to go."
Yeah.
What is the yellow one that's creeping up? I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
That's all they had. It's just so weird, dude. They have like under the Nomos it just says Sananda / Jesus Christ is the commander of the Ashtar Galactic Command Flying Saucer Fleet.
What the fuck?
The airborne division of the Brotherhood of Light.
Yo, that's fucking crazy.
What is all this?
Well, the Brotherhood of Light is like an actual thing that's mentioned.
An actual thing. Okay, because I'm like, it's so weird because it's under the Nomos, but I don't know if it's a part of the Nomos conversation or if it's a separate one. But they don't even explain anything. There's just a bunch of names talking about the captains of it and this and that.
Who's in it?
Because they say in some text that Jesus said that he was like pretty much an alien, and then he was like from like the Syrian star system and shit like that. Like he says that like, oh, I'm not from here. Like like him and Mother Mary are like not from here.
I don't know who Lorraine Altieri is. I don't know if you know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Says she revealed the names of and channeled information from some of the other prominent beings who she says traveled with Commander Sananda, Pallas Athena, Ashtar, and Vrillon on the saucers. Because then there's a bunch of names: Aleph Nero, Alahe, or Aaron James, Corton, Esola, Merku, Soltek, Voltra, Klala, Hatan. I don't know what any of this shit is.
Now we're in Star Trek / Marvel movies.
Now randomly, they stuck like in the middle of all these like legit alien claims. They just stuck a bunch of like Jesus flying fucking saucer air division shit.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck.
Apparently he had a military of flying saucers. I wonder what happened to them. Maybe they're just chilling, waiting for the day.
You know, the Romans were
Second
a pretty
coming of
powerful
Christ.
army. They could have just took out Jesus' fucking...
completely
Yo, that
not
was
like that
fucked.
article. I don't know what the fuck.
But no, I was reading what you were saying, and he goes, yeah, he says, I'm from above, you're from here. Like, and then, like, there's, like, crucifix, like, shape on Mars, which, like, indicates maybe he's there, but, like, it's also construed because the heavenly above is up, and he came down from heaven. But also, like...
Because that's what a lot of people think aliens are. I mean, angels are. They're aliens and shit like that. They're from, like, a whole other, like, dimension of being.
Do you think, like, the people that visit us through time, like, cat people?
There are cat
Egypt,
people. Like, I think that they're literally... I think they're called... I know one of my friends said Orion people or, like, lion people.
Guess what? Men in Black.
Yeah,
Guess what the fucking cat's name was?
What?
Orion.
Really?
And guess what Orion's belt was? The cat fucking necklace.
That's fucking crazy.
Now-
Because
now-
Orions
now-
are for... Because Orions resemble Leo. And they're lion people. And apparently now we're in, like, a Lionsgate thing, which, like during around, like, the time of, like, the Leo season, like, there's a Lion Gate, which is, like, a whole new, like, beam of, like, frequency that comes down to, like, pretty much, like, upgrade everybody. And that's what we're going through now.
Makes sense.
I just found this video on YouTube called 6 Extraterrestrial Alien Races That We Humans Know Are Real. It's just like a little kid who just copied exactly what I just read from Wikipedia and put it all into this video.
That's so fucking funny.
Even the dumb ones, like the little green men, which literally, like in the article was just saying like they just put it there for like pop culture reference, I guess.
Yeah.
Like there's no claims or there's no like legitimate claims of like little tiny green men, but like oh we just put it there because they're in fucking movies pretty much.
Because even in Star
They
Trek,
make it like that.
they say, even in Star Trek, they're just like, yeah, I haven't seen any little green men around. And then Captain Kirk's like, I haven't either. Like, they're just like, yo, those don't exist.
Yeah. Like, get the fuck out
But I
of
have a
here.
whole entire legitimate slideshow of, like, all, like, the aliens that, like, I did, like, a whole entire,
You
like,
should
thing on
pull it
this.
up next time or like another time we talk about this.
Yeah, because I can definitely go more in depth. And then, like, I actually had all of them and I presented it to the class and I was just like, yo, this is like...
I forgot that was a presentation for your class, yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah, but shit's wild, because, like... Yeah. Because I don't know. Like, been here since, like, the beginning of time.
Yeah, literally. Like,
pretty
this
much.
is nothing new.
Yeah, that shit's wild. Yo, should we talk about Mars? And that whole entire, like,
Talk
theory?
talk about the Mars theory.
Yeah, so pretty much the Mars theory is that, like, humans, like, they used to live on Mars, and then they figured out, like, immortality, pretty much, like, they stopped, like, physically aging at 30 years old, and then they would
It's
keep
like prime
living.
time,
Yeah. So, like, they would, like, stop there, keep going, but then they said that, like, nuclear war pretty much annihilated everything, and that's why the whole entire planet is all
shit, just frozen.
dead and whatnot. And then they said that they took like a man and a woman, and then they sent them to Earth, and those were the astronauts to go repopulate and, you know, start life again. They chose Earth, and then that's what Adam and Eve are, technically.
Oh.
And then that's what they said, like, oh, boom, this is how it all happened.
Yeah.
And then, because my theory is that, like, we're going to go to Mars, and then we're going to, like, uncover all this shit and be like, oh, shit, we were here before, you know?
Yeah, they're going to find a bunch of, like, structures and shit that were destroyed.
Yeah, it's going to be like that whole, like, movie thing. It's like, oh, my God, there's alien civilization stuff on here, and then they keep digging, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's us!
Yeah,
Bum, bum, bum! You know, like...
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean,
we already been there.
See, like, English text written.
Yeah, you'd be like, you
It's like
dumbasses, you were here before.
fucking a code or something, be like, yeah, you guys are screwing up, like,
Yeah.
this is what happened. Like, there's got to be some sort of video, like, conference there where you press it, and it's just like, psh.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like
shit.
that video that explains everything and shit like that, yeah.
And the problem is we're probably going to be at that point, and when we do fly over some of the Mars, that's going to be, like, the last civilization of humanity. Like, we're already going to, like, blow ourselves up and shit, because it takes 8 years to come back.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, because it takes, well, right now it takes 4 years to go there. We have no reason to get them back. So it's kind of like a suicide mission, so it's kind of like...
Unless they just build ships so big that they fit most people on and just have, like, one-way trips there.
Yeah.
Maybe they, like, exclude... It's gonna sound fucked up, but maybe if they exclude, like, sick people or people with, like... Or, like, older people. Like, only taking people that would, like, survive the journey and, you know, fucking...
I mean, you would
there.
pretty much have to.
Yeah, because you can't have a bunch of... Like, you'd be taking up space and shit. And...
They would probably take a... Well, now I was talking about... You know how, like, there's a movie out there where there's a
Wally?
spaceship flying around. No.
We're gonna become a bunch of fat
and
fucks
it's
rolling around in
like it's like
chairs.
a bunch of rich people that can afford, like, living there or afford the
2012?
ticket to, not 2012.
Okay, because that
But,
was
like,
pretty much
like
the same
the
thing
Earth. The
for
Earth
one.
is shit, but, like, they basically they have, like, the technology to heal themselves and shit. So, like,
Okay.
all the sick people, but they're all the perfect genes.
Right.
Because nobody's. Gonna
Oh,
wanna
I think
take
I know what
someone-
you're
yeah.
talking about. Fuck, what movie was that? They, like, lay in the bed, right, and it just, like,
Yeah.
heals them of everything.
Yeah, and he had
Damn,
to break
what
in
fucking
there,
movie
like,
was that?
I don't know, but that's what it, like, because they're not gonna build a giant massive ship and then have us all in the mass just one shot to go on the Earth. Like, they're gonna have to make rounds of shit. We don't know how long we're
Yeah.
gonna survive. Like, we're gonna have to be finding a new planet for
Yeah.
years. So, like, having that, like, big thing, they're gonna take the people that matter, like, people that think they matter.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's gonna be all the rich people first, no matter
Apparently,
what.
Justin Bieber bought, like, a huge fucking space ticket to go into space.
I think there's already a bunch of people with, like, space
like,
tickets
commercial,
and shit.
yeah, like, for what purpose?
Oh, like, commercially, you're saying just for the fuck of it? Like,
No, just buying it, like, just buying it to have it. Like, you know, if the Earth is gonna be in shit,
oh,
you
okay,
know you're
yeah,
gonna
to
get
actually
saved.
escape
Like,
Yeah.
for Earth.
like, is that seriously what we're doing right now? Like,
I
we
think
could
they,
all just, at the end of the day, get in some pods.
I think they know something.
We gotta start colonizing another planet if we're gonna survive as a race. But
Because, like, what I think that what Elon Musk is trying to do is that he's trying to get all humans off of Earth, and then when we all go to Mars...
Elysium.
yes,
But I'm gonna watch that movie.
I had to type in movie where Earth is dying and humans could be healed.
Oh,
And that's what came up. Fuck yeah.
but yeah, so what I think that Elon Musk is doing is that he's trying to get everybody to go to Mars, and then once everybody's off of Earth, it's like gonna be like how Corona was, like when like all the pollution went away, and then like all the earth, like all the water like cleared up and shit like that. I think that the Earth is gonna like clean itself up, so then by the time that like we colonize Mars and stuff like that, we'll be like, oh, Earth's good again, you know, and then we'll just have like both. It's like they get us to fuck off of Earth and get us to Mars, so the Earth can figure its shit out, do its thing, clean itself up, and then like we'll be good.
Yeah.
Because he's like, yo, if we keep staying on Earth, then we're gonna keep killing the Earth, and then it's gonna eventually reject us, and then it's gonna blow up on the inside. But then, like, Earth will be fine, but we'll all be dead.
the good news
You
would
know.
be, like, we could use the, like, water and, like, that we're melting the ice caps or whatever, and, like, transport
freeze
to
it, yeah.
Mars to, like, no, to, like, for
Who was
crops and
saying
shit.
that?
Yeah,
Me.
he was saying
I'm
that.
all
Yeah.
for that. It's
That
not a
just
dumb
freeze it,
idea.
Just freeze the water and put it over
Seriously, like,
there.
it does not make sense. I've been like the thing is like you could like put gallons and gallons and millions of gallons of water, shoot it up in fucking space, blow it up, and the water just maybe it'll cool down the atmosphere. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that'd be
But
crazy,
like
actually.
you don't need to do salt water, but you can control it like now, making it certified for like crop growth, and then having that transport of water to Mars might rejuvenate like because there's water patterns there, so the atmosphere might be able to adjust to a full thing of water.
Right.
The other
I
thing
think it
that
would
scares
take a
me
long
about
time,
Mars
though.
is like Ghost of Mars.
Ghost of
Ever
Mars.
since
What
I've
is
seen
that?
that movie, it's fucking
it's a
crazy.
movie? What
Yeah,
is
it's
that?
just basically they're on Mars and there's like this killer virus that makes them go insane. So like run
Shit.
around and like they look at their hands too, but like Ice-T's in it. Like there's a bunch of people. Like it's mad funny. Like Ice-T's just like throws
Ice-T's
up.
always
not
in
not
some
Ice-T. I'm sorry,
jank-ass
Ice Cube.
movies.
Oh shit!
Oh,
It's
Ice Cube.
That's a
like,
game
I think it's
changer.
Ice Cube. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Ice Cube, but like it just scares the shit out of me because it's a barren wasteland at the end of it. Like they had to run outside and put suits on and stuff. Like
That's crazy.
is this gonna be able to sustain human life? Like, or we're gonna
Yeah.
all live indoors all day?
Yeah, because that's true. You know, it was a crazy thing that I heard of like to get more water onto Earth.
What?
They said that like when comets pass, since they're all made of like
shit.
water and stuff like that, we could just kind of like try to like pull them into our like solar, like into like our gravity, and then like let it crash,
let
and
it
then
melt.
like we'll harvest the water.
Let it crash? Well, it depends how big it is.
Well, not like
Fuck
crash,
up
but
Earth.
like we'll probably like try to do something to like
Like keep it going so it like gets burnt
so
out.
yeah,
and
so it
shit.
disintegrates.
Futurama, Matt Goering's added out here again, spitting facts. They go to Halley's Comet, drop an ice cube. That's how they solve global warming.
Yo, they actually did that in the fucking.
They would go to Halley's Comet, cut out like a giant thing of ice because it's an ice comet, fly it back to Earth and drop it in the fucking water, and it cool down the water, cools down
Damn.
the, like yeah, like
They already fucking figured it out. He's already just like, why don't we just do that?
Yeah.
I mean, there was talk. I think it was a Rosetta mission, of NASA where they tried sending a probe to land on a comet,
Yeah.
and they got it, and it got stuck on its side.
Oh shit.
So they flew it over, and then it got stuck again. So they couldn't do anything. But like they landed something on it, so we can at least track it while it goes in the circuits. Like
Shit.
yeah, so it was like a big thing. But it's like yeah, we could technically do it. Like if there was we the problem is we don't account for human error with that shit. Like just send somebody to do it.
That's true.
People love. I would love to do that. Just go and see if I could just land on a comet. And just
Like, who gives a fuck?
Die
Yeah,
in a couple
sacrifice
years,
yourself or
like-
some shit like that.
yeah, fucking build something. Like just all I want is a little bronze statue and like a little museum.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
all, like,
Yeah, just honor me
Put me
when
in
I
the history
die.
books or some shit.
They put a whole army in fucking clay. Why can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
a little like,
literally.
bronze statue.
Give it to my family or
Put
something.
it outside. I don't give a
wasn't
fuck.
wasn't that so the guy was protected in the afterlife or some shit like that?
Oh, like they built that whole entire army, so like when
Yeah,
he
I think
dies,
he
he'll have.
built it so when he died, they were like, it was something. I honestly, I don't remember. I could be wrong, but I feel like it was.
No, because actually, now that you mentioned that, that actually makes sense.
Yeah, like he.
Like that emperor would have got
Yeah.
fucking like that would have been his army in the
Yeah,
afterlife.
exactly.
Yo, that actually makes
Because
sense.
they each had like different faces too. Not one of them are the same. That shit's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because it goes along with the whole like Egypt thing. It's like they put all of his
Yeah,
like
exactly.
treasures and shit
Yeah,
like
you
that
take it with
and like
you.
whatnot. Yeah, so they go into the afterlife, which is also a crazy
that.
Egyptian thing
Honestly,
because they were super
fuck
into the
that.
afterlife.
Like bury me with like my PlayStation and some money.
Yeah.
So when I get to the afterlife,
Let me play
all these
Dark
people are
Souls.
begging on the side of the roads like, please, we didn't think of this. I'm like, yeah, you fucking idiots. I got money. Then I'll go buy a house or some shit.
Yeah,
Set up
in the
my
afterlife.
PlayStation and just play.
Unlimited power, no fucking, don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, hopefully they have power there, I guess.
I wonder,
they have
like in the
electricity.
afterlife, like I wonder if it's like gonna be like matches and shit, or is like,
That's what
or
I'm
it's
saying.
like up to the person's like, I just want like food.
What if it's like the
Open a
movie,
fridge and it's just, like, there
what if
goes
it's
our
literally
wallet.
like, what's the movie, The End of the World with Seth Rogen and all them?
I
You
fucking
know when they
love
go to
that
heaven
movie.
and they're all just like smoking weed and shit and partying?
Yeah.
What if that was really the true heaven?
That'd be crazy as fuck.
Oh no, because he was like, they were like, oh, he wished that he wanted weed or whatever, and it like popped in his hand. He's like, oh shit.
Instant manifestation tools.
That'd be
When
insane.
fucking James Franco gets eaten by cannibals.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he fucking.
Oh my god.
Fuck you! Like he's getting raised up. He's like, fuck you.
Yeah, he was.
He's
Yeah,
like,
oh my god.
fuck. Like,
Yeah, they fucking Jesus decided not to take his ass.
That fucking movie.
It's funny. Who was that? It was Channing Tatum and
Channing Tatum.
that was like he was like the little dog.
Yeah,
He's
it had
a
almost
sex slave.
everybody. Like,
yeah. Who is leading the candles? I know.
it was, the guy, Danny McBride.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Which low key,
I was forgetting
he
his
makes some funny shit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Your Highness, I kind of liked it, but like he has so many. His running bit is a giant dick. Like just a dick around him, right? Like in Your Highness, he wore the Minotaur's dick around him, like. In that movie, like Jonah Hill, like the demon dick, like
He got raped by
the devil.
I'm a titty fuck you. The fuck my tits.
Sad.
Yeah, sad. I'm a titty fuck you.
No, don't fuck my titties. Going in that skit, like knowing full well Jonah Hill's gonna scream, "I'm gonna titty fuck you."
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Seth Rogen was not laughing. He was like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna titty fuck." Like,
I fucking love that movie.
my favorite scene is when Micah Cera is like handing a juice box and he goes, "Sip sip," and like the woman just shuts the door and then he goes,
Oh
"You
my
want a
God.
sip sip?" Like I was like,
Yeah.
"Why are you playing
That dude
yourself
was
so
fucking
perfectly?"
great.
Like, I just loved it when all the musicians though died in the middle and like I think it
Yeah.
was Kanye or something was like.
I know
holding-
Rihanna was there. Rihanna
They
got
got so
murdered.
many people
They did.
just to get murdered for one.
It was a
little
crazy
scene.
movie.
Yeah, they're like, we can't hire you for the whole movie, so we're just gonna have you for these
Fucking-
5
I
fucking
think
seconds and die.
Aziz Ansari was in that movie too.
Oh yeah, that was true.
Yeah.
Emma Watson.
Although he's kind of fucked up now. Yeah, Emma Watson was in it. She thought they were gonna like try to like rape her or some shit, so she fucking left with the gun.
Nobody's fucking raping me. We were just talking
Yeah.
about if we were like that. We're not gonna do it.
Hermione just came in and took all of our shit.
She's so tiny. She's so authoritative. That fucking.
That was a good movie. I love that movie.
Please don't copyright us.
Yeah.
No, please copyright so we could just meet you. Like, and just talk.
Yeah, they're who will fucking go into
So we
court
can
just to
you in
meet Seth
court,
Rogen.
Like, yo,
take our
Mr.
shit down.
Rogan.
Yo.
Sethy boy. Seth and the boys.
They wouldn't give a
I think that would probably be like the next time that I'll ever willingly smoke weed again.
Yeah, literally.
With Seth Rogen. That'd be lit.
I feel like he's definitely on air as like who he is, like just in general, like those types of people like James Franco, they don't care.
No.
But
they
also
don't.
like James
They have
Franco,
so much money, probably.
he's kind of I don't know, he's got kind of like a weird.
Now he's iffy because of that fucking shit that you found on the
Yeah, he
Epstein Island.
Yo,
I don't know. Did that ever actually go anywhere though with him?
I don't think so.
Probably not, right? Because there's like a million names. I doubt anyone really.
I mean,
They're probably like
potentially it could
they're
be
probably
all
like
true.
searching into it to be like, yo. what the
But
fuck,
like
bro?
they're probably
Yeah, 'cause
doing
they haven't-
big names first, like the politicians.
Yeah,
and shit,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is? No, yeah, you're right. I'd be worried more about fucking Donald Trump and a leader from like
Barack
Britain
Obama or some shit.
over fucking James Franco.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
It's like wow, an actor.
But also,
I mean,
like,
it's still fucked up, obviously. But
Get him out, like
Yeah,
get
yeah,
everybody.
like,
like,
exactly, yeah.
But like, especially with this like distraction of Johnny Depp shit, you see the celebrity side really. Like all of a sudden, this is why I think Hollywood's kind of fucked up in that situation. All of a sudden, something crazy happens in Hollywood. Guess who gets divorced? Beloved Will Smith's like shit gets leaked. Like they're doing this on purpose. Like all of a sudden, like all this shit gets leaked. There's another one that's getting broken up too. Oh yeah, Johnny Depp's fucking giant thing with Amber. Like
Right.
it's like just seems like whenever something crazy like this happens, where a bunch of like movie stars, all of a sudden Jim Carrey's back. Like we're all back. Hi, like keep everyone happy.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now everybody send in the puppets.
Yeah, literally.
Entertain
and
everybody.
Disney is a huge fucking pup. This is why it's such a problem with Disney and the government. It's not like they're keep the masses happy. Keep
Yeah.
producing fucking movies.
Right.
Like it is now a big thing that movies were always to distract during hard times.
Yeah. Literally, that's what they were created for. That's what also the fucking Coliseum was for. They literally built the Coliseum to like give entertainment to the people while they were going through a huge economic crisis.
I guess it's time to fucking reopen the gates.
Yeah, reopen the
Yeah.
theaters, boys.
The gladiators.
put on.
That'd be fucked up. We'd have to take a bunch of slaves and shit like that, pin
Yeah,
them against
literally.
other slaves.
No, we don't need to. We got fucking people that just want to prove themselves.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
That
also
just
true,
want to
yeah.
like fight and like
Got a bunch
get
of
the shit kicked
egotistical
out of them and leave. Like just be like, yeah, you want to.
I guess that's technically what the MMA is right now, right? That's just another form of like the Coliseum, but
Yeah,
they're just
pretty
not
much.
killing each other. They're just
Yeah.
fucking beating the
Just
shit out
rules.
of people.
Yeah. Then like
There's no lions and bears.
Yeah. They're not killing fucking exotic animals that they
Yeah,
find
exactly.
around the terrains.
you know they used to flood that shit for ship battles too. Like when you
Yeah.
Yeah.
like when you think about that, that means they're probably using like not cannons. They don't have to, right? Like how would that work?
I don't
would you
know,
fight on the
actually.
ship or would you crash the ship?
Arrows
Like,
maybe, like bows and arrows.
I don't,
Yeah,
it
that's
just doesn't
true.
make sense. Like would they fight?
I mean, they definitely didn't have cannonballs back then.
They can't. Like it's like I feel like it's
Yeah.
a giant like.
That's what I'm saying. That shit would like miss and like hit a fucking family or something.
So
Like-
how
Yeah.
much like do you think like it like took to fill that up? Like are you coming at like
Okay, that's a
3
lot.
a.m. and like turning on the faucet? Like no, like you're like powering
Turn on
it.
the
Like,
hose, it'll be
I don't even
running.
think they had the aqueducts back then to
No.
fucking fill that shit. So I don't know how
Are
the
you
fuck
sure?
that.
Cause wasn't that all around the same time period? All that shit going on.
You might be right.
how did the Romans
I don't know. Yeah.
do shit battles?
You're looking up. Okay, I thought I'll look up the fucking aqueducts when they were made. You look up the ship battles.
This is the stuff we should be doing as humans. Like
Yeah, ship battles.
shit battles, not
Shit battles. Yeah, so while they're looking this up, I'll explain what I think happens after we die. I think that our bodies get released, and then our energies get spread out, and then we become eternal knowings. And then we help out other people
Oh, dude.
and raise their consciousness. And then if we want, we turn back into humans. The end.
Dude, this is a large fucking year difference. The aqueducts were 312 BC, and the Colosseum was like 70 AD.
Okay,
like-
so the aqueducts were built first
Yeah,
before
like,
the
yeah,
Colosseum. Okay,
I'm
yeah.
reading here
Hundreds of
that
years,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck,
they used
okay.
ships that were special flat bottoms, so like they weren't really like
Yeah, they
ships
probably weren't.
to accommodate for shallow water. They didn't know how they were organized, but the ships were most likely very small replicas. So like
Yeah.
you're basically like having two people fighting in a ship that's meant for
Just
four
trying to
people.
roll
Like
around.
Yeah, because the
I'd love to
Colosseum's
see
like
that.
big, but it's not huge to like
Yeah.
accommodate a ship. Because like I was able to walk that shit, you know.
Yeah.
Like I was standing like inside of it and just like looking around. Like it's huge, but like I don't think it's that big to have a legit ship in there.
Right. Probably just smaller fucking just rafts and shit they use.
Yeah,
come fight these great white sharks.
Yeah, they throw sharks
that
and
shit-
gators in there.
dude, that shit goes deep down. Like I went under
Oh,
the
like
like
all
the
the tunnels
under
and
yeah I
shit.
went to underneath where like they used to keep people. Like they had
Really?
little cages that they used to like keep animals in and humans in, like so that they would like just be chilling in there, and then they'll
Yeah.
have like the elevator type things
Yeah,
that they'll like lift them up on the platforms. They'll just go all the way up.
that's crazy.
It was crazy. I
That's
think they're
just what
excavating
fucking
it.
Italy's showing you like there could be potential like different areas that were like kept for different stuff. Like
Yeah.
Italy's so secret with their stuff too. That's why I feel like they're just like United States, because like the catacombs and whatnot. Like even like half of that shit's like sealed off. Like
Most of it's
Yeah,
sealed
when-
off.
yeah, like,
I think
literally
it's only
when-
like a small portion they even take you in.
and I get you can get lost.
Yeah, I only-
like,
I only-
get lost. Like
Yeah.
but like. What's behind the doors, homie? Like, what you hiding? The masses of people's skulls that we know that's
Yeah, fucking
there? Like,
Satan's lair that they have down
Yeah,
there or some
literally.
shit like that.
Makes sense. It's virgin
Yeah,
sacrifices. Most purest thing, apparently.
There's a lot of fuck shit going on.
But
in
yeah,
there.
but like that's the thing. Like Colosseum, like
It was so weird when I went to the Vatican because I went on top of it and I was hearing these like crazy frequencies.
Really?
Yeah, and then I was asking my brother and my dad, I'm like, yo, you guys hear that shit? And they're like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. It was like a really high pitched frequency, and then it would like go, it was like dee, doo, dee, dee, like shit like that. And I was just hearing it, and it was driving me fucking insane. I'm
Yeah.
like, get me the fuck off of this thing. Because I'm like, is this some like minds like controlling type thing that they like throw into the sky, to pretty much just kind of like alter people's minds throughout the day.
Yeah, there is music and shit that can make you feel like you're on drugs and stuff. BLI did a whole thing when I was younger about it. Like that
Really?
make you feel like you're on heroin. Like
What the fuck?
Yeah, I've done a lot of those things on
yeah.
YouTube. They're like meditative music, like different hertz and frequencies, like unlock specific things in your brain. Like some frequencies like unlock like a healing part in your brain.
What's the one that we tuned our guitars and basses to?
432, which is like
432.
angelic type.
Okay.
It's like angelic type frequencies. It's like a mixture of like very high frequencies and very low frequencies, but they're all like tuned to a good like frequency that makes you not want to like die.
Right.
It's supposed to invoke a lot of healing properties within you.
Makes sense to have it somewhere where the Pope's like this big thing. Like
Yeah, it's like, okay, let me throw out all these fucking
And it was
mind
you that showed
altering
us the video of
frequencies.
him when it looked like he just kind of disappeared as he went back.
that's the thing. It's just kind of like that's why ever since I heard the thing with the Romans making up Christianity to control the population,
Yeah,
everything's
yeah.
starting to like click.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, like a man from Nazareth comes and he says he's the Messiah, where even his homeland
Imagine someone did that today.
Dude, you know
doesn't
there's,
believe that
dude,
he's the
you know,
Messiah. Like
you know, there's like literally like scriptures of Jesus in old, like religions and stuff like that. Like not even in Christian stuff. Yeah, because like literally in Italy, when I was going on all these walks, they literally kept saying that do not believe in Christian stuff. They're like they literally just wanted to make their own religion because
Yeah,
it was
they
a new
wanted
era,
money and shit.
and they needed some type of like philosophy to base it around of.
They were
because
so
they were like
fucking corrupt. It was
yeah, because they said they went to all these different countries and like collected all these different like religious pagan shit, and then they were like yo, this specific pagan thing that they found in this jungle tribe really resembles the whole entire Christian like philosophy and stuff like that. And they were like they just needed something to be able to like put into place to make them like legit.
yeah.
makes
Literally,
sense.
the only reason why it's the biggest religion is because they run around fucking killing people and forcing it on people.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why it's the biggest religion in the fucking world.
Yeah, literally, you just take the Christian religion and then apply it to any old religion that's before Christian religion,
a lot
and
of
it's
religions
literally
repeat
the same thing.
themselves. And like Judaism was a follower of Christianity, and Christianity is Islam. Like it's three religions that support the same God,
Yeah.
but all three different have ideologies. Like that's why people think Islam isn't a really religion, because he apparently was diagnosed with all this like schizophrenia and shit like that, and then just came out of the desert, like walked into the desert in an episode and came out and thought he had vision. Like, but
Yeah,
that's
like,
the
you
thing.
don't know if that's
Yeah, but
happened.
Jesus also could have all of a sudden like.
Like, imagine someone like walked in and was like, "I'm the Messiah." People would be like, "Shut the fuck up and
Yeah.
go away."
And that's
you
what
fucking
Judaism
crackhead."
did. Yeah, that's what they said. Like they're just like, you're not. Like,
Yeah, it's like get
and,
out
it
of
does, and that's the thing. All of a sudden,
Because like in
Romans
general,
started like it started out nice. Romans oppressed it, and it got too out of control, and then people started paying to get into church and get saved. Like,
yeah, literally, like, oh, you gotta pay us if you want to get divorced, or if you want to get into heaven, give us some money.
Wait.
but you'll lose your religion if you get a divorce, because God doesn't like a divorcee.
Oh right, yeah,
So you have to pay extra
exactly.
to get cleansed. Like it's like no, it's all
I
money grub. Like
think the thing was that like the Roman Empire had their own pagan religion, but then like Christianity was on the rise and it was threatening the Roman Empire. And then what they did was that I think they killed Jesus, and then to like kind of defile his name, they like took that religion and kind of like used it for evil and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Which
I
they
think
were
that was
fine
the
with,
turn
yeah.
that Christianity turned evil, but I think it did start off in very good like
Good faith.
in good faith,
Well, yeah.
but then they used it
It was a
against
cult.
him to like pretty much
it was a cult.
yeah.
They did this with other religions. Like if you want to practice like going out and doing whatever you want, like as long as you pay tribute to a Roman like god, like sprinkle some ashes for him, then that's fine. But they were like, no. Even the Jewish people acknowledged that. They're like, we'll have our God, pray for your God. But for some reason Christians were like, no.
Because yeah, they're like, our God is the only God. Your God is a false God. We're
Which
gonna fucking
creates-
kill you
which
because
makes
you believe
weird.
something else.
Then all of a sudden Romans killing Christians, then Christians all of a sudden overrising, and then they become a state.
Then all of a sudden, Christians then kill everybody. Like it seems a little bit too good to be true.
Because like you were saying, the Romans were literally fucking pagans too, believing in more than one god, making sacrifices and shit. They were just. It's all just fucking your perception, I guess. Like anybody can look at anything and make it seem terrible and bad.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, they're fucking.
That's what propaganda is.
Yeah, literally.
But I don't. It's like, cause I'm thinking, cause like there's literally old text in like the Middle Eastern like religion that like there was a guy called Jesus.
Yeah.
And it's the same fucking Christian guy, and I think it's before Christianity. So there was like a whole thing about it, and it was like literally his philosophy of what the Christian religion preaches.
Right.
But I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's a mystery.
Yes, it is.
We'll never know either. Apparently, the guy that we were discussing is in Tennessee.
What guy? I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie.
It's okay. I'm not gonna mention his name on radio because of the
Okay,
podcast,
gotcha.
but like, it's just weird. Like all of a sudden, like I did think about this person, and then all of a sudden.
What, the person that saw us?
No.
Oh.
No.
Not that person.
No, a different guy. But like, it's just kind of like weird. Like all those like little things work out. So it's like. That's why like religion as a whole is so weird because it's like shit like that happens on the daily, but like you're telling me like. There's an afterlife. It's like why are you trying to control what I believe?
Exactly,
like,
that's what it is.
Like
you
I
don't
get
to
the
fucking
structure
tell me what I
point, but
believe.
like.
Yeah, that's why I pretty much just say don't go for like. I don't know. I'm just like just interpret whatever the fuck you want to interpret.
Yeah,
like if
exactly.
you want to go for the Bible, but don't go under like an actual one leader type person. Like don't go for like don't worship your priest.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's like
That's the Buddhist stuff. Like he doesn't worship as a god. It's just his ideas. Like he
Yeah,
just passed them
exactly.
off. He doesn't like you don't pay acknowledgement to the Buddha. Like it's just the Buddha got out of reincarnation. Like he's just a normal man. Like
yeah, he's just
Sigmagara,
yeah, he's
person.
just like a fucking he's a vessel for information, and then that information just gets passed.
Now the big question: was Jesus an alien? There's confirmed sightings of him talking to some crazy extraterrestrial.
Confirmed sightings.
Confirmed sightings.
Thousands
in
of years
Mary's
ago.
written on unfound logs.
Because they say that like he was like apparently like a Syrian alien or whatever. Like Jesus, like he said that he was like a Syrian. Him and Mother Mary were like literal aliens.
You opened my Siri, you piece of shit. You fucking see aliens.
Damn.
It's the government. They know.
Yeah, now they know.
Confirmed.
We find that we fucking shit.
You unlocked some shit. Good job.
Yeah, I did.
We're gonna
Oh,
die now.
can I talk to you about that? Why we're awakening?
Yeah.
I think I
No.
explained. Did I explain this to you?
With the 2020 thing and all that.
No, it was like when we recreated that one thing.
I don't remember, so.
Okay,
let's
so-
talk about it.
The thing was that my friend Alec, shout out to Alec, he pretty much threw this into this chat that we all have. So then he was saying that ancient civilizations got way too advanced, and then aliens came down and were like, you're getting too advanced for your own good. So then they kind of like mind wiped them, used them as slaves, and then we eventually came till now. We found an old artifact from back then of a piece of technology that the old ancients did when they were like super smart and sophisticated. And once we were able to recreate that thing, then we all woke up. And then we weren't under the spell of like the
We're
alien
not
slavery
enslaved
anymore.
anymore,
Yeah,
so-
we're not enslaved anymore. So then that's why there's like a whole mass awakening that's happening right now because we were able to replicate that technology.
So it was recently found?
Yeah, I think it was like the early 2000s or something like
okay.
that. It's like that's when all
So,
this
pretty
stuff
recent,
yeah
technically.
started happening.
I mean, a lot of shit that has. I mean, shit's been going on all through our history, but yeah, it's been pretty crazy past decade or so.
It makes sense because all of a sudden, like, we're now getting to the point where we're making our remakes. Like,
Yeah.
Like we're bored as a civilization. Like there's nothing really left. So what are we trying to do? Be on board. Like get somewhere. Like try and figure out how to. You know, like if that makes sense. Like now there's nothing distracting us from doing what we need to do.
I was asking myself this question the other day. Do you guys think? I think I may have even asked you a while ago. Like, do you guys think that we're gonna keep improving on technology and shit and just information we can get, or do you think it'll get to a point where we're just kind of flatline and can't really, and we like reach a limit of what we could do and what we can, you know, because like I guess like a simple thing like you could use like say like you get like nuclear energy, like what would be like if we find a next step above that or some shit. Like, do you think we actually can eventually go to different planets? Or do you think it's going to be like, okay, we really can't go further than fucking Moon or the Mars?
I think it's destined that we are supposed to go out of the Earth.
Damn, okay.
We've already built
not even just going out of the Earth though. Just in general. Even if it's after we go, maybe we go to a different planet and then after that we're like, fuck, we can't do this anymore.
I think
do you think that'll
like
happen?
Sustaining our life, like that's the big thing. Like, how can we get the Earth's environment on another planet?
Yeah, that's also true.
Like, we can live there for a short amount of time, like International Space Program, like, but it's just that we need some sort of like electric and like sustaining system on that.
I guess you don't even need electric. All you need is heat.
But also metal too. Like, you need a metal to actually serve like the sun's shit like is gonna be on a different planet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like isolation.
I mean, they made batteries back then, like in ancient times. Like that was that thing that I was actually talking about that they were able to replicate. It was like a specific type of battery. Like they had a clay pot and then water and then some type of like rods as a conductor or some shit like that. Shit. And they were able to make like a very low voltage battery.
Damn.
So then that also goes back to that thing I was telling you back then that Egypt actually had electricity. And then that's how they were able to do it.
I remember that.
They had very low voltage
just like a tiny
electricity.
Bit,
yeah.
Damn.
That like powered a lot of like stuff.
Makes sense, yeah.
She's crazy.
But yeah, I think that I think we have a inner desire to like, you know how like we're always constantly like on the move, like we always gotta go. Like we gotta go out and like explore things and stuff like that. I think that like we always have like this sort of like cosmic freedom type stuff. It's like once we understand that, like...
True, that's true. Because even more specifically, I guess, I completely forgot. Like the example I was thinking to myself, even just when you're looking at like movies and like video games, like do you think we're really going to be able to keep improving the quality to the point where we get like fucking holograms or some shit? Or do you think...
Yeah, we already have
like,
holograms
VR,
pretty much.
We have holograms?
Yeah, Tupac.
Oh well, I mean that's a fucking theory.
No. There's a fully functional holographic concert performance that for the contributor Michael Jackson was displayed, a holographic version of him doing all his favorite songs.
Yeah.
In concert.
Really?
All while having nobody on stage.
That's crazy.
It was all of it was done via lighting. Like there is a possibility.
Because they did the same shit with Tupac.
Well, I mean like. Even like Star Wars shit. Like I could fucking call you. You could answer. We'll be like talking on.
Yeah, it's like the Emperor when he pulls it up and he's like, "Go."
That's FaceTime.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, FaceTime. But like, do you think it'll get to the point where we're literally fucking looking at each other's faces and shit and like looking around?
Oh, for sure.
Shit?
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't think we'll be able to teleport.
You don't like teleporting now. I don't think we'll be able to time travel. I think that's just
time travel. Probably not. Because there's that whole theory that once like we start time traveling, then
like you fuck everything up and stuff.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's obviously very far fetched. Like even like what's it? Not like force fields and shit. Like legit force fields that could fucking like just.
There's actually theories that like aliens that like those technologies that they found, the alien spaceships, that they actually have force fields and stuff like that.
I remember that. I do remember that.
It's like anti-gravitational propellers that
move around and shit, yeah.
Because like that's how they move around with anti-gravity stuff. But then they also have another specific type of anti-gravity that also pushes things out, and then it only goes at a certain amount of radius, and that's like the force field.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be so crazy if in our lifetime if we see this stuff made on like an industrial scale, like for humans to use and shit.
Back to the fucking teleporting thing. I think that we could probably do it. Like, say if because it's like the breaking down of particles and then rebuilding of the particles. So then we would have to find like a computer that would like be able to break down those particles, and then we'll have like a receiver that has a computer that would probably be able to restructure those particles in a certain amount of way that we could probably reform it. But the thing is, like, are you really the same person?
Yeah.
As you were before?
I know I would absolutely not try that.
Nope.
Yeah, because like
what happens if you get broke down and they just like fucking leave some of your pieces somewhere in the fucking computer?
Spaceballs fucking, he came back after doing that, and like his butt was like in front of like where it's like in front, like he was basically like turning his ass to his butt, like yeah, like it was like, and it was kind of a joke on it, but yeah, like you don't know, like especially in Willy Wonka, like all of a sudden the kid got fucking small.
Yeah, right.
Small,
exactly.
The size of a candy bar. He's
yeah.
in a TV, mom, like
the Fly or whatever. When the Fly ended up getting into the teleporter device, and he ended up taking some of its DNA. And it turned into a fucking fly.
But also, there's a theory that that once you lose your memory, like you can't rebuild it.
No.
So once you break down and you get rebuilt again, who's to say that your mind doesn't get wiped?
Yeah, true. Because that's a...
You have to restart all over again.
That's a conscious thing. That's not a physical fucking...
Yeah, unless that they unless they download your consciousness into the computer, and then when you get teleported back to the thing,
it's
and
like
then you
switching
just
hard drives.
yeah, it's just like, oh shit, boom, boom, you know.
Just fucking okay, copy all the fucking shit. All right, now install it on the new one.
Yeah,
it's like a couple hours.
Because that's what the Animus was in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know, dude.
I think they're actually trying to do that now. Download your consciousness and memories onto like an actual hard drive.
Just in general, there's no way they're not trying to make all this technology that all these movies have come up with. Like fucking, whether you want to look at like lightsabers or fucking, like what we were just talking about. Or fucking, you know, I don't know, it's just fucking...
Can we explain our lightsaber theory on how we're gonna make lightsabers?
I don't even remember.
With the okay, I remember this. So anybody who can actually do this, please make it. So my theory on how to make a lightsaber is that you make the hilt, and then you get the laser, and then you put a bunch of thickness varying like glasses and stuff like that, like put them into like kind of like a pyramid thing, so when you shoot the laser out, it'll be like thick, and then it'll get smaller and smaller and smaller and thinner and thinner and thinner, so then like as it like goes out, it ends, because like, you know, when you shoot a laser, it's like always going. Yeah, so like if you keep putting all like these reflectors in there, then it'll probably like
just contain it and like, yeah.
Then I guess if you broke it, you could extend your sword, like if you want to be like really extra,
bro, like you would literally destroy the world. You would like destroy the world literally whenever you're just cutting shit.
Vader's thing was that it's either like he can like extend the saber a little bit, or like shorten it or some shit like that.
The guy from Rebels
depending
had
on
that.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it's like depending on how far away you are from your opponent, you would either like press a button and it would like extend it a little bit, or if you were like at a closer range, then you will like shorten it.
Yeah, like you could change the length of it.
Yeah.
Or even like...
So that's where I'm thinking
like
about
kids, Like younger people, they can like, I guess as they're growing up, they can like keep turning up the fucking length and stuff.
Yeah, because like...
Sense why we have to keep...
Yeah. I mean, like I've seen like literal, like, they'll put like pieces of metal in it, and they'll heat up the metal so fucking hot that it like starts glowing and shit, and they'll just like burn shit away and stuff.
Yeah, but it's like we want a legit laser
like, a legit
and shit. Like get like the fucking Kyber crystal, put it in there, and just be able to beam it, and that it actually just... Yeah, so if anybody can figure that out using that piece of knowledge, please do.
You know what I want to...
And give it to me for free, because I gave you that idea.
I want them to create... You know in episode 2, how they... the clones, they had that gunship that, they had like the balls on the end. They were just people sitting them, and they were just like shooting fucking lasers out onto the ground and shit. Do you remember that?
Wait, hold on. With the fucking... When they go into the spaceship and they're in the balls...
Okay, so you know,
Millennium Falcon, right?
No, you know in episode 2 when, they're in the arena, and then they're like fighting the animals and stuff.
Yes.
And also all the clones rush in, and the gunships come in. They're just like blasting lasers around the fucking ground and shit.
I'm pretty sure I remember what you're talking about, but it's very hazy right now.
Are you talking about like the fucking like the binder clip looking ships?
Yes.
All right. So picture a binder clip that both of them are up and they're just flying like this, and then like there's basically like a drop off point.
Oh yeah.
Where Master
dude.
Windu just jumps out of one and just lands.
Yeah, because they're like this, but they're pointed towards the ground,
So
right?
these
The
guys,
lasers.
these little balls, like
That's exactly what I was
just
thinking.
A little
Yeah.
fucking laser that they just fuck shit up with.
That's exactly what I was thinking in my head, actually, because that's what I was saying, that like they go into like the little like ball things in the ships. They're on the sides and they rotate and whatnot.
Just shooting straight lasers, not even fucking shots of it, just a straight laser running along the ground.
You're like, bzzz,
Yeah, exactly.
bzzz.
It's gonna be terrible. Like, why didn't they like? There was a little Robot Chicken episode where like they were about to battle and he goes, I'm gonna stop this right now. And drops the lightsaber when it's on. It goes straight down, like kills a bunch of people. Like destroys.
Wait,
shit.
yeah, I remember that.
I was like, yo, like literally, technically, he could have done that. Like, he could have just went. Shh. And then the best part. Bring it back, baby, because I can bring my lightsaber back. Like,
Give it the Force. He's like Thor.
Just like destroys it and like brings it back. And it's like, all right.
You have to pretend that. I mean, not pretend. He would have to watch out that it's not facing towards him when he calls it back. You know.
Which it never really happens that way. You know, like nobody like turns it around. Like, I think there's a part of it when it gets like. Get pulled from somebody. Someone's trying to hold their lightsaber and it gets pulled from them.
Yeah.
Like, you could have turned that bitch on and went and like I just they're so like half the bad guys are so stupid doing that. It's like you could
It's because they're too consumed by anger and they're not thinking straight.
Oh shit. Fuck.
Unless you master that like the Emperor.
Yeah.
Get electric powers when you master your anger and let it feed against you.
Yeah, that's fucked.
I hope we literally just end up living in Star Wars one day.
I feel like that.
It's like fucking quick ass space travel. Literally just get in a fucking spaceship and just fly off the fucking Earth.
That's what I always feel like, that like by the time I'm like 40, I feel like we're gonna have our own personalized spaceships.
40? That's a bit too close. That's like 15 years almost.
Cause I feel like.
Because I mean, it'd probably take a long ass time to build.
Because if aliens come down now and they share our information, that's going to be a huge.
If aliens
gap,
come and they like bring technology and they're like, oh, look at this shit. Like if they're good and fucking help us out, I can see that.
Yeah, just imagine how quickly advanced we got right after we made iPhones. That's like 10 years.
It is.
And we're pretty much living in a completely drastic alternate universe of before that. So just imagine when we get a whole other bunch of materials.
Exactly. That's the thing, if we could get those materials and all that intel and info, yeah, we'll be fucking... So like at that point then, I wonder what would happen with like the world. Like, do you think they would try to become one... They'd be like, oh, there's other planets, now we gotta become one world fucking government and fucking, get together. Because you can't have...
Some president said that, actually. I forgot what it was. That he actually addressed it in a speech. He's like, what if that there was a whole other alien civilization that came down? He's like, we would force to be into one world government.
At that point, it'd almost be like a tribal thing.
I think that's what Woodrow Wilson, with the 14 points, he goes, we need to like combine as one country, and like nobody wanted it for that. But that was his thing. He was like universal peace. Like he just wanted peace, but that was his big thing when like, because that's during the NATO thing for the first League of Nations and shit. He was just like,
when everything sounded good.
When everything sounded good, he was like, yeah, we need peace throughout the land, my guy. Like,
not just the fucking...
Not like, and nobody fucked with him at that. But there might have been another president. But like, at least...
You might be right, because that actually sounds very familiar.
Well, it also could be like, I don't know if he started the World Fair. Like,
I don't know.
Presidents that talked about universal peace.
Yeah, look up the president that like literally made a speech about aliens and coming together as one.
I think it would be a tribal thing, like as long as
because
you're not getting
we'll
fucked
become
with.
Earthlings. Well, it'll be like, oh, we're all people of Earth, instead
Yeah.
of being like, oh, I'm like African
Well,
or
it
Italian
depends,
or
because
American.
I think as long as we're not like under attack or in some immediate danger, we'd probably still be like our different countries. But if we had to band together, then
we're turning
it'd
to
be
the
like,
Middle
okay.
East.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd be like Afghanistan or fucking some shit
Yeah.
where, you know, they think of their own little areas, but once they have to fucking combine, they combine, and then they're the one big fucking group.
Yeah.
Apparently it was Reagan.
It was Reagan?
Reagan.
Oh,
A
shit.
lot of shit was like Reagan tempted to warn about the world about alien species. It's like
Wait, what year was Reagan?
he's the 40th president.
Did it say what year?
Was that the 60s?
Because I was gonna say if it was the 60s, and that's like when Roswell and shit
From
happened.
1981 to 1989,
81 to 89.
attempted to warn
Oh,
the public
81.
about the existence of aliens, according to New Russia claim.
I
A
mean,
new
aliens
claim
are
during
so-
the decades of Russia and the United States to claim tensions. There is not much difference between them, so I'm gonna guess he's trying to use this as what happens if all. Now this is what you were talking about.
Yeah, the speech
What
that he
if
made.
all of us in the world were threatened by an outer power? From an outer space, from another planet, we would all of a sudden find out that we didn't have any differences at all. In other words, perhaps we need to outside universal threat to make us recognize a common bond.
Yeah.
So, like, he's basically saying, what happens if aliens came in and destroyed us?
Yeah, we would have to.
We would have to
We'd
band
have to
together
bond,
regardless
yeah.
because we're into this together. Like, the United States, like,
We'd
is
be
not
in,
the
like-
United States, like,
What would we be called? What would our Earth military be called?
Earth military.
Earth, yeah, literally Earth military.
They will be-
We
they-
just call ourselves Earthlings.
Yeah.
Earthlings.
Yeah.
That would be the name, regardless of, like, people, oh, no, Mother Earth, that like, Earth.
Yeah.
We fight for Earth.
Well,
I
that's what
feel
was
like
saying
that
before,
we.
yeah,
I
we
feel
need
like
to
that
band.
our consciousness is literally driven by like an Earth consciousness. Like, say, like Mother Earth has its own consciousness, and then we're all just like kind of like disciples of Mother Earth, and then like we're all just kind of like little vehicles of like.
This is where we grew up.
So maybe
This is
that's
all
why people, including in the higher up positions, are getting more and more fucked up, because we're fucking the Earth up so bad that it's getting all disrupted, and it's like putting out bad fucking energies and signals,
You're right.
and human beings are just not, you know.
Yeah.
Yo, isn't it so weird that we were talking about how Trump is like the next Reagan, and then now aliens are coming out, and Reagan was talking about aliens back then.
This is what I was saying before. He wants to go back to the 80s, where things were
Yeah,
nice for
exactly.
him, like where he was rich, he had this. Reagan was a strong powerhouse. Like
They can't get
war
out of
on
their own
drugs,
fucking
like-
mindset.
Trump's created a whole. Reagan created Star Wars. He created Space Force.
That's crazy.
He's literally reliving
literally Reagan,
Reagan's
yeah.
fucking like
Yeah.
reign, like.
And they
he's
were
a
both
celebrity,
fucking,
yeah.
and they were both
who's
celebrities.
Who's the biggest threat?
Russia.
Who's the biggest threat now?
Russia.
No,
Well,
China.
I mean, no,
But it's
China.
still
But like in the
communists.
beginning, it was Russia, but then now it's
Well,
China.
now it's
They're
not.
still
It wasn't
communists.
Russia
It's
because
just the
Russia helped
communists.
us. Like
It's the Reds.
it's just people that we were relying on that decided to be like. But
I mean, we kind of didn't have a
Yo.
choice to fucking team up with
well,
Russia.
Russia had Stalin and all that. Like,
Yeah,
that was
that's the thing.
prolonged.
Even when we were fighting the Germans with Russia, we still fucking knew that Russia wasn't gonna be like a good friend afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they knew that. We knew that. Like
Yeah.
this was
'Cause
just.
they-
when were we going to?
Yeah, because the Russians weren't fucking. They weren't. They didn't have fucking concentration camps, but they were still equally as
They're starving.
dangerous and and
They starved
just
their
as
own
murderous.
people in mad genocide.
Yeah.
I think they have the highest death tolls for
Yeah.
for in person casualties.
I mean, they had. Well, like of the casualties of the war. You're saying?
Yeah,
Or
because-
just in general.
Because like it's like Hitler killed a lot of people, but Stalin killed a lot more
Yeah.
people. Like he because he
'Cause
was
he just
not only
started them,
killing
exactly.
like he was killing
yeah,
his
he was-
own people.
Yeah,
And
and
because Russia's
also
so
other
vast, people forget like they had a huge pop. It's like if like China was half wiped out, like it would have been like, oh, you guys still a lot of people though. Like
Yeah,
it's like
exactly. So you don't fucking- you
they
don't
don't
think
care.
about it.
Yeah, but he was one of like the biggest people at that, and like now the big thing's China. So like Trump's trying to fight China.
It just because we're both relying on each other. That's the other thing.
Just like we were.
Because they
Russia.
need our money and we need the products because we don't fucking make anything here.
Exactly, and Stalin, I believe, cut oil ties, and we were heavily on the oil, and that's
Yeah,
all of a sudden when the
that's
Middle
true.
East got involved, and we needed more oil because Putin has like the most richest bloodline, but he won't let anyone else have it but Russia. But he keeps Russia so in the dark, so he has that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we need oil.
Even though it's funny that we have enough fucking oil in our own country.
But why are we even going
Fracking.
against oil? Like, why are we even going for oil? Like, we have so much, like, potential in solar energy that we could just say, fuck the other
Yeah,
countries.
it's all the
We have
old
our own
people.
fucking...
That's the thing. Like, it's all the old people that...
Yeah, they're like,
then.
we're
Now
so
it's-
deep into this that if we just cut it all up,
we
it would
can't-
disrupt the
'cause they don't
economy or
want
whatever.
change and shit.
But it's just like, but you're just fucking everybody else
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Just because you're just too in your
Just like
ego and
within-
just too stubborn.
Yeah, within years to come, when all the old bastards die out, we'll be good. And all the
Yeah.
younger people with the better ideas are coming up. Things will change.
Age of Aquarius, motherfucker.
Oh shit, that's true. That's what we gotta do. We gotta become the 3 presidents of the United States
Yeah.
at once.
All at once, yeah.
Yeah, we are.
We'll
the
just build a
presidents of the United
fucking-
States.
Be how like Hydra.
Oh,
Knock one
shit.
of us off, 2 more rise.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be crazy as fuck, actually.
Well, we fight Samuel Jackson running around in our patch, like, that'd be fucking crazy. Like,
Actually, no, that'd be terrifying. You'd have like fucking all these superheroes coming after your ass. I'd be terrified.
Do you feel like superheroes are actually, like, alive now? Like they're a thing,
No.
but, like, they're just kind of, like, hiding them?
I don't think the extent where we're thinking like Superman stuff, but there's got to be endurance, like
There's definitely.
serum.
I mean, that's
and,
what
like,
I feel like like really like world fucking class professional athletes. I think are the closest it comes. Because like
Or-
those people could go through so fucking much.
yeah.
Do you guys think that it actually goes in the same direction that Marvel does? That it started off with Captain America being a super soldier, but then that literally triggers this whole entire thing that on Earth that it becomes everybody super. Like it turns like that into Spider-Man, and then like there's like Tony Stark,
Yeah.
but he just becomes a superhero just from his like
Yeah, just
Like
from
it-
his creations and
yeah.
shit.
Just like Bruce Wayne,
And all that
he just
stuff.
created,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
he created that from nothing to like
Yeah,
everything.
in that case, I could see superheroes being real, but not like Superman flying and fucking, you know.
Going through
Like,
yet
lasers
unless that
at you,
aliens
shit.
come down, they're just like, yo, they're all fucking Kryptonians, and then they're able to
Well,
just naturally like fly and
If
shit
they're
like that.
Kryptonians, we're really fucked. Like,
Yeah, we get so fucked up,
Like,
yeah.
there's
We
no
just have to pray that
kryptonite
he's fucking.
for
We
pray
just
what?
have to pray that he's like good.
He's good.
That
good
like
Kryptonian?
Superman. Yeah, good Kryptonian like
I mean, I've
Superman.
never
He comes
seen
down.
He was raised by human mortals.
Yeah.
The other guy was raised on Krypton. I don't know about you, but I'm not trusting the Kryptonians if they come because we can't really kill them then. Like,
Yeah.
we're literally fucked.
We
Like,
need a champion like Superman.
we need a goody two shoes that like unless they already have it locked.
I think there was
the
a movie
government
called.
created Bizarro. Like,
Oh yeah, that's actually true. Yeah.
created anti-Superman to fight Superman.
I don't know shit about
Dude, that's
superheroes, honestly,
fucking
so.
crazy. Actually,
that.
now that I'm thinking about all this
The
shit, like,
government
what
creates,
if the government like, cause like, what if that's what's happening now? Like, you know, with CRISPR when they're genetically engineering everybody and stuff like that. Like, what if that turns into like a whole new race of like humans that like we all just become like super people,
You could.
and then it just bleeds
That'd be so
into
weird.
society, and then all of a sudden now everybody has a superpower,
Maybe that would help. I don't know if that would help. It could.
or then we just select a couple people to be like champions, so like everybody doesn't have to
Yeah.
be.
Well, I mean, like Tony Stark's big thing on Iron Man 3 was about this guy who created like regeneration that caused them to have like superpowers, but like you can't die. They can regenerate their body, like it's,
Right.
and that was all done by science. Like a lot of people fear science, and like you should, for shit like that. Like
Yeah,
that might be feasible. Like in the next couple of years, like all of a sudden, like skin rejolt is like somebody's got to be doing something. Like the world's too big for someone not to have the technology that we're having.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't trust him. I really
See, that's
do not.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust him either. Because we say that he's for the people, but then I'm like, I could also see him just only being for himself.
He's a puppet.
So, I don't know.
I feel like he's a puppet.
I don't think he's a puppet, but I still think he's most likely corrupt in his own ways.
I feel like he's Bill Gates. Like
Bill
I
Gates.
still don't like. I know he's the most generous man, but there's something about like them, like because people love Steve Jobs.
Because
but,
what
like,
if
Steve
they're the
Jobs-
reptile people, bro? Like, what if they're just posing as being people for the people, and they're
Elon
really
Musk
just
is
fucking
so
like
fucking
reptile
progressive.
aliens?
That's the problem.
What is progressive exactly? What
To me,
defines
it's like basically like his way of thinking is not on our level. Like it's like more of like
He's just in a very higher consciousness type of like thing.
Yeah.
Also like naming
Which-
like
He's the next evolution of human.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I feel like he's just emotionless and he's just here to do like people think he's. I think he's not as humble as people think.
Yeah.
Just saying, like you don't give a fuck about his child.
Well,
being
also he
named,
also
like-
comes from a different country and shit.
Where is he
And
from?
he's from South Africa.
Yeah.
Who is this man?
Yeah.
Like I do not know him. Like
Cause also, I mean, he's probably like, I don't know, he's running like some of the biggest fucking shit out there right now. He's probably like fucking stressed out to the max.
Yeah, he probably can't access his emotions. He's probably like, emotions are like
they're
illogical.
not a thing
Like I
anymore.
can't like good. Like I can't get sucked into this.
Yeah.
Because like
He
you know how
doesn't
like
think
we talk about.
emotionally, he fucking strictly thinks.
Because
logically.
that's kind of like us though. Like we're very like kind of like
yeah,
detached from our emotions to like a certain point. To like kind of
Right.
like get by our day, that we don't get consumed by emotions. So
I'm not
like
sure
it
Not by
allows
choice.
us to. Yeah.
there's this little like meme that this guy like of him holding his like child, and it's like, so are we still?
He's just like kind of like in non-attachment. He's kind of like it's like those like old like Greek gods.
Yeah,
like they
I
just
remember
go
what
with
you're talking
like
about
they
now.
just create babies, but they're like, oh, I'm a god. Like I don't give a fuck about this kid. You know, like they would
Bro,
just like
yeah, he
create
probably
kids and
just
just kind of like
never-
throw them
yeah.
to the side and whatnot. What if he is the new type of god? Like what if that's what like the Greek gods were? Like it's just like
God.
yeah.
Unless he's just so fucking appalled by the fact that he found a woman that wasn't there for his money, and he actually had a child, and he's like, I'm
Yeah,
holding
he's
a
like,
child
what the
right now.
fuck? He's like,
This is my kid.
yeah.
He's just holding it so
He's
weird.
like, shit, it's
like-
not
This
a
is the
robot.
new evolution. Yeah, he's probably like, this is the new evolution of humanity.
He's the type of person to fucking send
What if
his
he
child
was
in a pod
communicating
and,
with it through his conscious? Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like if he was looking at it like, you're gonna fuck shit up, dude.
Yeah.
like, there's something just about him. It just.
No, he's a strange man.
I
If
feel
I
like
shook
that
that
he's
man's
going
hand,
to
it'd
be a
be
mad
weird.
scientist. Like he's gonna start doing his own like
eventually,
you know
like,
Neuralink.
fucked up.
Yeah, like you know like Neuralink.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna try to do it on himself, and then he's gonna be like,
Yeah, he's gonna go crazy.
you know.
Green Goblin, like,
Bro, I think my favorite memes recently are when it's like you know how he was talking about the chips that play music, and it was saying Smoke Perp's fucking freestyles.
no, you're
Like,
gonna
imagine,
be a boy.
I'm a motherfucking boner.
I'm a motherfucking boner.
Oh, fuck that. I shouldn't have brought it up.
That shit's so fucking.
I need a second after that.
Yeah, like I just like need to fucking.
Well,
I need to like this
Yeah,
stage.
leave the fucking stage.
I was gonna say, actually, I gotta get going. If
Oh, shit,
my
okay,
lady is saying if we're on for the night.
You're
So-
on.
We're on like Donkey Kong. I think it's the Lego movie today.
Ooh.
Which
What
I can't
movie?
wait. The Lego movie.
Oh, the Lego movie.
Lego lame?
No, I said, wait,
Excuse
did I say
me?
lame? I don't even know what the fuck I said.
me.
I think I went to say lit, but I don't think I said lit.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't give a fuck. It's gonna dry.
ruining the...
Do you want to smack? Oh my god, why are you getting the hammer? John has this obsession with this hammer, and it's
Yeah.
getting me a little terrified.
Yo, I was...
The stage has been lit. Smoke Perp's shitty freestyle is now
It's
out of our
gone.
fucking auras.
John's fucking with this hammer. The
Yeah.
world's okay.
John's playing with his hammer.
playing with my
When
fucking...
the aliens come down, we're
My
gonna fucking.
anti-vibe
Yo,
hammer.
oh my
Yeah. The anti-vibe hammer, bro.
Yo, all I'm saying is like, at the end of the day, John's gonna be fighting aliens with a hammer.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
at the end of the day,
I'm gonna have
that's
two
his
of these
weapon.
fuckers, and I'm gonna just...
John is the alien, dude.
He's kind of scary. I mean, he's got a hammer. And you were talking about aliens. Next thing you know,
Watch out.
we're going upstairs. Like, he's gonna turn around and
I feel like you're a very tall blue alien. I feel like you're one of those.
Maybe.
Like
or I'm just a
people.
tall whitey, you know? I'm pretty white.
Ooh. Maybe you're a hybrid.
I just need...
I feel like
just-
we're all hybrids now. I feel like if, like
Yeah,
when
it's-
humans first started, they were like the single
Yeah.
aliens, and then eventually they started all
There's no more
intermingling, and then they're
pure
all
fucking anything.
yeah,
No.
There's been too much intermingling and rape throughout the fucking centuries.
yeah, it's true.
I saw this thing, everyone's like, oh, why are, like, Scandinavian girls so hot? And everyone's like, yeah, because the Vikings fucking raped all the beautiful women and had, like, forced children onto them.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, that's true.
You're like, oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah, they're all fucking rape babies. Is that fucked up to say?
No, but isn't that fucked up that beauty comes from darkness?
Yeah, pretty much.
It is pretty
I'm
fucked
just gonna
up.
go to
but,
Sweden and point at people and be like, you're a fucking great baby.
Yeah, yo.
That might be a little bit.
They'd be like,
I'd get like arrested or some shit.
I don't know if you would in Sweden. Like, just
No,
I don't know if the PC's culture is a little bit different.
I don't know how it is over there. I mean, you got PewDiePie from there, so maybe they're all right.
I mean, PewDiePie.
he's a whole other fucking.
He's a whole podcast you can do on himself. Like,
Yeah.
That's true.
Is he alive? Like, is he eating well? Like, is he done with his rants?
I have not kept up with PewDiePie
I haven't watched him
in
in
a
a long
while.
time.
Yeah. Last time I heard of him, that he was quitting YouTube or some shit like that.
It
and that
was
the
just
last
like a
thing
month
I've
break
heard.
or some shit he did. He's been back for a while now.
Oh shit! Really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He was just scaring people because he's a fucking memer.
Yeah.
And everyone takes what he says seriously for some reason.
It's like
Even
you
though
guys should
literally-
know by now
yeah.
who he is.
Literally everything he does is clickbait, just because he's a fucker who gets away with it.
Yeah. Because that's his shtick.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it is. Like, it's everything is.
All
just,
his like Hawaii and like try not to laugh videos have the most clickbaity titles ever. It's funny as fuck.
I was on YouTube and I was like searching, just like going through some shit, and like the fucking, what is it called? Not the headliner. The
Recommended?
no, front page. No, like when you enter a video and it like goes over like this little trailer part.
Oh, the ads?
Not the ads, but it just explains the video real quick, and then like they'll go to a part where like some girl's like exposing herself, and then like you watch the full video, and it's like
It's just a second of it.
it's like
Yeah,
not even a
exactly.
millisecond. It's just like
It's like,
you're
fuck, so they
clicking
were lying.
clicking kids into
But
that.
like, they were.
Like it's just like why?
Because we were talking about the video game thing, I haven't said anything about the video game thing. I'll probably have to say that for next time, because I think we're like over 2 hours right now.
Yeah.
I think we started at like 4:30.
We are at 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's not.
I have to-
There's no video games in this.
Until next time on Wrath of Aquarius podcast.
Fuck.
Yeah, so to close this off, we are all aliens. We are all higher consciousness beings here to go into the fifth dimension, and we're here to eject all lower consciousness beings and just fucking eviscerate them.
Oh, God,
Is it wrong for you, John?
I'll eviscerate them with my fucking anti-vibe.
Yeah,
hammer.
John has the fucking hammer to fucking kill him off. And
The last thing I want to say is fuck Elon Musk. I know who you are. I can see you. Like,
because when I think of him, I just immediately think reptilian.
dude,
I just like dude, his face
Yeah,
literally
dude.
looks like a fucking reptile.
he can help
That's
you,
fact.
and then
Call him Bosk.
he'll help you. He's the type. he's
Elon
like,
Musk.
What's he's like? I feel like he's a
Elon Musk, bro. I'm gonna explode.
Fuck.
Yeah. So anything else? Anything else?
No,
Anything else?
But Elon Bosk.
Elon
Gotta talk
Musk.
About that.
Why-
Whole episode. Oh, what the fuck? Why does he look like a baby?
Ew, what the fuck?
He's a Yoda.
That's weird as fuck.
Yoda Musk.
Baby, all right.
Musk.
Look up baby Elon Musk montage deepfake. There you go. You're welcome.
I don't know.
But okay, yeah. So this concludes this episode of the Wrath of Aquarius podcast.
Thanks for watching. Like
you.
and comment, turn on notifications.
Yeah, and comment down below of what you want to hear more and other criticisms.
Comment what type of alien you are.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah. Comment what type of alien you are.
Elon Musk, I'm coming for you, you piece of shit.
He's probably listening to this.
Good.
right now.
I hope he does. I really hope to get a celebrity's attention one day.
Do you want the anti-vibe hammer just in case?
Yeah.
Or you got your fists? You probably
I
you
got
beat him
something
in.
for Elon Musk.
Oh shit.
I don't know what.
It's his
but-
fucking dick, bro.
Will's fucking schmeat.
Yeah, Will Schmidt.
Could you imagine going
I
into
felt
his house,
disgusting.
Yeah.
breaking into his house, and like going through all that security just for him to wake up to look at your nads? Like,
Yeah.
you're just like
Elon,
Elon.
you're about to travel to Mars, Elon.
I got
Here's
two-
your
I
fucking
got two
shuttle.
Planets right here for you.
Yeah, I got 2 fucking asteroids right here, right next to my
Comet,
shuttlecock.
You want to see the train?
Shuttlecock.
Fuck you. This rocket's ready for takeoff.
Yeah, you want some fuel to get to Mars, Elon? Here you go.
Wonder just
Open wide.
What are you doing in my house? Like,
What?
Bro,
are
you just
doing?
like turn on a defense system and like lasers would chop you up into bits or some shit.
His
Oh my God,
his
another
eyes
one
would
of
turn
those.
into lasers. It'd be like. Bzzz.
Yeah, you'd probably have like sentry guns and shit in his house.
Probably get Grimes to kill you or some shit
Yeah.
like that. She'll like do like some like
Grimes.
bass thing. It's like,
oh, I thought you were talking
eviscerate
about.
your
Fucking
body.
head
I thought you were
blows.
talking about Grimes, the guy from fucking like Wild
Rick
Man. or
Grimes.
Oh my God.
Grimes, like
Rick
he'll have
Grimes
Rick
from
Grimes to
Walking
like kill you. Like
That'd be fucked up.
that'd be such a
Unleash him.
weird. Like, yeah, I'm gonna unleash your celebrity to come kill you. Like, drink your piss. Like. On that note.
Yeah. On that note, yeah. So
Bye, guys.
Bye.
bye guys. Like and comment below of discussions that you want us to talk about and to go deeper into. Let us know what type of alien that you are. And yeah, this concludes this alien podcast.
Oh
So,
my god.
bye, bitches.